Oh, Junkie, why'd you join?
So you're live.
What? Satsang and Sabha.
Satsang and Sabha.
Satsang and Sabha. Just gonna wait like a couple minutes, maybe until 2:05. Let people join in.
Since we sent the YouTube link, people
Yeah.
might also just be watching the YouTube link.
Okay.
So let's just work under the assumption that and then I'll continue to spam the parents group.
Okay.
Grunal, is the YouTube link live now?
Okay, I'm just gonna start. What's up, everyone? My name is Ipsa. If you guys don't know me, um, today we'll talk about two parjas and Okay. Hi, Riya.
I'm not happy with
What's up?
Sophia Sayed. We just didn't time on the Monday when we were sawing on the phone when we were putting Jaja.
Okay. So,
we couldn't hear.
It's Ria's class, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I cannot behave when we are talking. Oh, I'm eating samosa today.
Okay. So, who has heard the word purchase before? Purchase are real life stories that Param Guru has like kind of showed us, or like the stories from his life are known as parchas. So one of the parcho is from when he was a little kid. He was like, around your guys' age. And so every day when he would come home from school or whatever, Hitba Mata, his mom, would tell him that he has to go and watch his farm and just make sure that nobody eats all of the crops in the farm. So, and then when Kuver or Param Guru was his Kuver was his name and he was a little kid. So Kuver, when he used to go to the farms, he would let all the birds eat the crops. And Hitba Mata found out that he's doing that from all the villagers like around from his village. And then Hitba Mata was like, Kuvet, why are you letting all the birds eat the crop? And first Hitba Mata didn't believe him. He said Hitba Mata didn't believe him, and then um Hitba Mata saw that Kuvet was doing all of this. So then she asked him, why is he letting all the birds eat the crops? So then Kuver explained to Hitba Mata that I am letting all these birds eat the crops because we should treat everyone equally. And and you guys, he he thought that everyone was equal, so then he would let everyone, all the animals and all the birds eat the crops. Does that sort of make sense? um okay. So um So, what we can learn from the story is that we need to treat everyone equally and we should help everyone no matter who they are. So, as we all know, that um, there's like a lot of things going on in the world right now because of the virus. So, we need to help each other and treat everyone equally. And um okay, I'm gonna tell you guys another story of where when Param Guru helped others as well. So this one time at night in this one village, there was two chores, or known as thieves. So they all came um, to rob someone's house, and then um, Param Guru or Kuver, sorry, the chores came to the Sarsa Mandir to steal the bajri, which is like a little grain that people like eat in India. So then the chores came to the mandir to steal the bajris because they didn't have money to buy their own food. And then so and then Param Guru found out that they were there, and then instead of punishing them, Param Guru let them steal all the bajris because he understood that they are they need this food, and they couldn't afford to get the food. So Param Guru, instead of punishing them, Param Guru helped the two chores. So again, this shows how that despite having differences and everything, we should help everyone and treat everyone the same and help each other whenever we can. So how can we help people right now? Like how can we help everyone right now? We can help out in the house by helping our mom and dad in the house because none of us can leave the house right now. Um, we can use all this time to pray for those who are um, for those who need it. Um, we can do small activities um, in the house, like Um,
Satkyo Sahib.
Sakyo Sahib.
What? Who's here?
Just us. um, so, I'm gonna give you guys a project to do for this week. Okay, when you guys are home, let's make a journal, and you guys have to write down what you guys did to help your parents at the house. Okay, since we all have so much time and everything, we're gonna make a journal and write down. If you can't write down, have your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister, whoever knows how to write, have them write it down for you, and then we can all share next week. Okay? Okay. And since we're all home and we can't go outside, um, we're all gonna use this time to pray with the family, with our family. Okay, so let's start by doing let's start with the Jai Vidhi. Okay, just say Jai on your own. Okay, we're gonna start. Adi Sikrit Swaraj Karunesh Keval Karta ki Jai. Shri Krishna Swami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Param Guru Srimad Karuna Sagar Maharaj ki
Jai.
Ditya Kuveracharya Shri Naranda Shri Maharaj ki
Jai.
तृतीय कुबेराचार्य श्री बलदेव दास जी महाराज की
Jai.
चतुर्थ कुबेराचार्य श्री भगवान दास जी महाराज की
Jai.
पंचम कुबेराचार्य श्री प्रयाग दास जी महाराज की
Jai.
षष्ठम कुबेराचार्य श्री शीतल दास जी महाराज की
Jai.
सप्तम कुबेराचार्य श्री अविचल दास जी महाराज की
Jai.
श्री सब संतन की
Jai.
श्री सब देवन की
Jai.
श्री ज्ञान संप्रदाय की
Jai.
श्री गुरु काली सारसापुरी की
Jai.
श्री केवज्ञा मंदिर की
Jai. Jai.
Okay. So in our JVD, we have learned that it, we say all of our Kuviracharya's names in order that they became our Kuviracharyas. So the first Kuviracharya, quote unquote Kuviracharya, was Param Guru. And then comes Dvitiya, which is the second Kuviracharya. And our second Kuviracharya was Sri Narandasi Maharaj. And then comes our third Kuveracharyas. So our third Kuveracharya, which is Tritiya Kuveracharya, was Baldev Dashi Maharaj. And then comes our fourth Kuveracharya, meaning the Chaturth Kuveracharya, which was Bhagwan Dashi Maharaj. And then comes our fifth Kuveracharya, meaning Pancham Kuveracharya, who was Prayag Dashi Maharaj. And then comes sixth Kuveracharya, meaning Shashtam Kuveracharya, who was our Shital Dashi Maharaj. And then comes seventh Kuveracharya. Seventh meaning Saptam, and our Saptam Kuveracharya is Sri Avichal Dashi Maharaj, who is our Guruji right now.
Right?
Okay.
So you say J for all the big ones. So now you know in what order they come, right?
Yeah. So we definitely know when to do it. stop. So
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Don't scare your teacher, okay?
No, I'm just scared to do it. I got mine. Where? Yeah. That's my teacher. No. Hey, that's my thing. That's my thing.
Vishwa Didi, do you have anything for us?
No.
Okay,
Who is this?
I don't know. Okay, we're gonna end it here for today. Let's just remember to write our journals on what we did to help our moms and dads, okay? And then we're gonna share it next week, all right?
My name is Ria. I know
Hi, Ria.
everything. My name is Ria. I know everything. Good.
Are you going to do what she said? Are you going to write down everything you do good with your parents?
Yeah.
You're going to
Okay.
listen to what your teacher said?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
in the rectangle shape.
You went to work. Bye everyone. Satya Sahib.
Bye, Sahib. Bye, Sahib.
सत कैवल सौ श्रोता जनों ने सत कैवल जय कैवल मारा भक्त जनों ने जय कैवल करू प्रणाम मारा परम गुरु ने करू प्रणाम वंदन करू मारा वाला गुरु ने वंदन करू नमन करू मारा संत साधु ने नमन પૂજન કરું મારા પરમ ગુરુનું પૂજન કરું
સત કૈવલ સૌ શ્રોતાજનોને સત કૈવલ
ભજન કરું દાસ તુલસી કૈવલનું ભજન કરું
સત કૈવલ સૌ શ્રોતાજનોને સત કૈવલ
સત કૈવલ સૌ શ્રોતાજનોને સત કૈવલ
સત કૈવલ સૌ શ્રોતાજનોને સત કૈવલ
જય કૈવલ મારા ભક્તજનોને જય કૈવલ
જય કૈવલ મારા ભક્તજનોને જય કૈવલ कैवल करता की जय कायम पंथ की जय बोलो कैवल धर्म की जय जय रे बोलो कैवल धर्म की जय जय रे कैवल करता की जय कायम पंथ की जय बोलो कैवल धर्म की जय जय रे बोलो कैवल धर्म की जय जय रे कैवल करता की जय कायम पंथ की जय करुणा सागर की जय नरविद सागर की जय बोलो कुबेराचार्य की जय जय रे बोलो कुबेराचार्य की जय जय रे कैवल करता की जय कायम पंथ की जय बोलो कैवल धर्म की जय जय रे बोलो कैवल धर्म की जय जय रे कैवल करता की जय कायम पंथ की जय
Yeah, great. Yeah.
गुरु बापू की जय भाल तिलक की जय बोलो सरसापुरी की जय जय रे बोलो सरसापुरी की जय जय रे कैवल करता की जय कायम पंथ की जय बोलो कैवल धर्म की जय जय रे बोलो कैवल धर्म कैवाल सुखमा दुखमा सत कैवाल संकट समय मा सत कैवाल संकट समय मा सत कैवाल जय कैवल जय जय कैवाल जय कैवल जय जय कैवाल सत कैवल जय जय कैवाल सत कैवल जय जय कैवाल रात दिवस मा सत कैवाल रात दिवस मा सत कैवाल भावे भजवा सत कैवाल भावे भजवा सत कैवाल एक ज साहिब सत कैवाल एक ज साहिब सत कैवाल रण छोड़ रट जो सत कैवाल रण छोड़ रट जो सत कैवाल जय कैवल जय जय कैवाल जय कैवल जय जय कैवाल सत कैवल जय जय कैवाल सत कैवल जय जय कैवाल जय कैवल जय जय कैवाल जय कैवल जय जय कैवाल सत कैवल जय जय कैवाल सत कैवल जय जय कैवाल जय कैवल जय जय कैवाल जय कैवल जय जय कैवाल सत कैवल जय जय कैवाल सत कैवल जय जय कैवाल
बोलो कैवल कैवल हेत करे घणो हेत करे कहो परी परी
बोलो कैवल कैवल हेत करी घणो हेत करी कहो परी परी
એ સ્મરણ સંકટ ટાળે છે એ મનના મેલને બાળે છે કાયમ પંથના રસ્તે પાછા વળી બોલો કૈવલ કૈવલ હેત કરી
બોલો कैवल कैवल हेत करी घणो हेत करी कहो परी परी
એ જન્મ મરણની વારે છે એ ડૂબતા જીવને તારે છે સત કૈવલને સમરો પેટ ભરી ઘણું હેત કરી કહો ફરી ફરી
બોલો कैवल कैवल हेत करी घणो हेत करी कहो परी परी
એ નામ તો સાચું નાણું છે એ નામ ભજવાનું ટાણું છે સત કૈવલના ભક્તો ભેગા મળી ઘણું હેત કરી કહો ફરી ફરી
બોલો कैवल कैवल हेत करी घणो हेत करी कहो परी परी
એ બગડેલી બાજી સુધારે છે એ
ગુરુજીના વચનો વિચારો, રૂડો માનવ જન્મ સુધારો. કૈવલ ભજવા કેડ બાંધો, પરમ ગુરુથી પ્રીત બાંધો. પ્રીત બાંધો તમે પ્રીત બાંધો, પરમ ગુરુથી પ્રીત બાંધો. પરમ ગુરુ ભૂમિ પર પધાર્યા, ઘણા ધમને ઓધાર્યા. તુલસી સુરતાનો તાર સાંધો, પરમ ગુરુથી પ્રીત બાંધો. પ્રીત બાંધો તમે પ્રીત બાંધો, પરમ ગુરુથી પ્રીત બાંધો. સ્નેહ સાંધો તમે સ્નેહ સાંધો, પરમ ગુરુથી સ્નેહ સાંધો. પ્રીત બાંધો તમે પ્રીત બાંધો, પરમ ગુરુથી પ્રીત બાંધો. પરમ ગુરુથી પ્રીત બાંધો, પરમ ગુરુથી પ્રીત બાંધો.
આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો.
આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો.
ગુરુ જ્ઞાનનું અમૃત પીવા આવે એને લાવજો.
આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો.
મન મંદિરના ખૂણે ખૂણેથી કચરો કાઢી નાખજો. સત કૈવલની સાથે સુરતા કાયમ જોડી રાખજો.
આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો.
સત્સંગને સેવા કરવામાં હૈયે હેત વધારજો. કાયા માયાને કાચા જાણી મોટાપણાને મારજો.
આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો.
અહમ મમને ઈર્ષા છોડી ભક્તિ રસને ચાખજો. જ્ઞાન ભક્તિનું અમૃત પીને બીજા માટે રાખજો.
આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો.
તુલસી મારું તારું છોડી હૈયે હૈયું મિલાવજો. આ સદગુણો સાથે રાખી સત્સંગ કરવા આવજો.
આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો.
ગુરુ જ્ઞાનનું અમૃત પીવા આવે એને લાવજો.
આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો. આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો. આજે સૌને સત કૈવલ કાલે વહેલા આવજો.
કૈવલ સાહેબનું નામ સાચું છે એ કૈવલ નામ.
સત કૈવલ સાહેબનું નામ સાચું છે કૈવલ નામ.
નિર્મળ छे नामीનું નામ પરલે કરશે પાપ તમામ
સત કૈવલ સાહિબનું નામ સાચું છે કૈવલ નામ
મોંઘું છે માલિકનું નામ બોલવામાં ના બેસે દામ
સત કૈવલ સાહિબનું નામ સાચું છે કૈવલ નામ
અખંડ છે ધણીનું નામ વાલાનો ત્યાં છે વિશ્રામ
સત કૈવલ સાહિબનું નામ સાચું છે કૈવલ નામ
આવો આવો ભક્તો આમ જોડે જપીએ કૈવલ નામ
સત કૈવલ સાહિબનું નામ સાચું છે કૈવલ નામ
પરમ ગુરુને કરી પ્રણામ જીભ્યાએ જપવું કૈવલ નામ
સત કૈવલ સાહિબનું નામ સાચું છે કૈવલ નામ
ધૂન મચાવો આઠે ધામ શોભાવો સાહેબનું નામ
સત કૈવલ સાહિબનું નામ સાચું છે કૈવલ નામ
રણ છોડ એ રટવાથી નામ અંતે મળશે કૈવલ ધામ
સત કૈવલ સાહિબનું નામ સાચું છે કૈવલ નામ
નિર્મળ છે નામીનું નામ પરલે કરશે પાપ તમામ
સત કૈવલ સાહિબનું નામ સાચું છે કૈવલ નામ
कैवल बोलो कैवल बोलो कैवल कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा सत कैवल बोलो
कैवल बोलो कैवल बोलो कैवल कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा सत्य कैवल बोलो
कायम पंथियो मारा कैवल कैवल बोलो साचा सेवको मारा सत कैवल बोलो
कैवल बोलो कैवल बोलो कैवल कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा सत्य कैवल बोलो
कोट मां कंठी वाला कैवल कैवल बोलो भाल तिलक वाला सत कैवल बोलो
कैवल बोलो कैवल बोलो कैवल कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा सत्य कैवल बोलो
नेमी नर नारी मारा कैवल कैवल बोलो सामा मरो त्यारे सत कैवल बोलो
कैवल बोलो कैवल बोलो कैवल कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा सती कैवल बोलो
रण छोड़ हृदय की कैवल कैवल बोलो लाडी लालो को मारा कैवल कैवल बोलो
कैवल बोलो कैवल बोलो कैवल कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा सती कैवल बोलो
कैवल बोलो कैवल बोलो कैवल कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा सत कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा सत कैवल बोलो संत सज्जन मारा सत कैवल बोलो
भजो कैवल कैवल कीर्तारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा भजो सृष्टिना सर्जनहारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
भजो कैवल कैवल कीर्तारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा भजो सृष्टि ना सर्जनहारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
एतो कैवल धाम मवसनारा अंशों ने उत्पन्न करनारा प्रभु पंच विशेषण धरनारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
भजो कैवल कैवल कीर्तारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
एतो अखंड सुख ना देनारा भक्तों ना भयने हरनारा प्रभु प्रणवनी बहावे धारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
भजो कैवल कैवल कीर्तारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
एतो दुखिया ने बाहरे चढ़नारा पापी ने पावन करनारा प्रभु पालन पोषण करनारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
भजो कैवल कैवल कीर्तारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
एवा अविचय कैवल करता अमारा अलंग सलंग रहे एक तारा प्रभु तुलसी ना तारण हारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
भजो कैवल कैवल कीर्तारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा भजो सृष्टि ना सर्जनहारा सत कैवल साहिब कीर्तारा
सत कैवल शरणं मम सतकुवेर शरणं मम प्रेमथी बोलो दमेदम सत कैवल शरणं मम सत कैवल शरणं मम सतकुवेर शरणं मम प्रेमथी बोलो दमेदम सत कैवल शरणं मम गुरु बापुए आपी गम त्यारे भाग्यु तन्नो तम हैया मावस वसिया हरदम सत कैवल शरणम मम निर्मल मन थी गुरु ने नम संतनो करवो समागम सेवक नो छे एज धर्म सत कैवल शरणम मम निर्मल मन थी गुरु ने नम संतन करवो समागम सेवक नो छे एज धर्म सत कैवल शरणम श्रद्धा थी पाळो सुधरम अंतर थी टाळो अधरम भक्ति नो छे एक ज मर्म सत कैवल शरणम मम श्रद्धा थी पाळो सुधरम अंतर थी टाळो अधरम भक्ति नो छे एक ज मर्म सत कैवल शरणम मम
Who's at the KGM account?
That's the Munder one, and it's doing the live stream right now of this call.
How does that work?
I'll tell you later.
Sorry.
Right now. So we're just gonna wait till like a little bit after 3. There might be some people joining this Meet link and then some people watching on YouTube.
Be able to see you. Say something else.
No.
It's working. It's working.
I know it is working, Dad.
What do you say?
Satya Sahib.
Satsang and Sabha, Pranal Bhai.
Satkal Sahib Krish.
Papa, I wasn't scared.
How much?
I wasn't scared from the monster. Papa, I Wait, is everybody else here?
No, we're just gonna wait a little bit, and then Krish, when you're not talking or like when someone else is talking, just mute your mic, okay?
Okay.
And then when you want to talk, just unmute it.
And then there's a button.
Yes, I see it. I see it.
Just
I know.
So, Keval Sahib, those of you who joined just now, we'll wait a few more minutes, give everyone some time to join, and then we'll start. All right, we'll just go ahead and get started. Sat Keval Sahib, everyone. Um, all of you are, I think, old enough to know what's going on right now in our world. It's a very weird situation. Like no one has been in this before, and I assume everyone's school's closed and stuff like that, right? So it's good that you all joined this satsang call today. Um, it if it might be a little weird in the beginning, but we'll get used to this, and then I'll try to make it as interactive as possible. If you are on this Google Meets link, and if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Today with me, I have my friend Keval Bai, who's going to be leading the satsang with me. And we want to get started with a few stories because everyone loves stories, right? So
Yeah.
when Paramguru was around like 7 or 5 years old, so younger than a lot of you actually, or I think all younger than all of you right now on this call. So he was 5 years old, and then his parents, Hitba and Raghuveer, they had a farm. So at this farm, they would grow different crops, and then if you have a farm, or even like a lot of your parents grow stuff here, right? So you have to take care of your plants and your crops. So that involves, like, if there's birds, you have to make sure the birds don't come near it because then they ruin the crops and stuff like that. So that's how most people are used to doing their farming. But
I
every
know that
time,
story. I know that story because I heard my sister's teacher say it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but this is for everyone else who hasn't heard it. So Hetba sent Kuer, or she would always send Kuer to the farm to check on the crops and stuff like that. And then what he would do, his job was to scare the birds away, make sure they fly away and they don't eat the crops, right? But instead of doing that, Paranguru or Kuer, he just let the birds eat the crops, and he didn't scare them away or do anything. And then some of the people, like the other villagers, they noticed that he was doing this. And so they got worried, because if he kept letting the birds eat the food, then they won't have any left at the end of the harvest, right? So then they went to Haithba and they are like, hey, your kuer is doing this. He's not scaring the birds away. He's actually letting them eat the food. So then Haithba's like, really? And then she asked Kuer, like, are you doing this? And then Kuer, obviously, if it was one of us, we'd just be like, no, I'm not doing that. You probably lied to your parents because you weren't supposed to that. But Boromgur never lies, right? So he told Haithba, yes, that I'm not scaring the birds away. I'm letting them eat the food. But don't worry, this time we'll have 5 times as much harvest, or like as much food grown as last year. And what actually happened was what he said. At the end of the harvest season, they actually had 5 times as much food as before. And that's why this birth is often referred to as the Pachiganopak, meaning like 5 times the harvest. And so anyone on this call, what do we learn from this portrait? What is Paramguru trying to teach us?
Paramguru trying to teach us to share food for other people, so they don't get like hard feelings, and they because we have to treat everybody fairly.
Right. And in this story, it wasn't even other people, right? Like he's feeding birds. So he's telling us that we should see everyone, even like other birds, animals, everyone, because they're also living things, right? So we should see all living things as like from their souls. Because at the end of the day, we are all the same. We're all souls of Karta, right?
Yeah, because
So
like people that have the corona, we still have to help them because we have to help each other so then this doesn't keep on spreading.
Right, exactly. And not just people who have it, but even people who don't. So right now we all know, right, that like older people or like people with younger kids and them, they're not supposed to go out because it's like more worse, or it's worse for them. So things like taking care of our like grandparents, and then for us, like, yeah, we might not get the virus or anything like that, but then we have to be careful too, because we live with our like grandparents and them, right? So taking all these precautions, and then like um if people in your family or like other people you might have seen, like they go out to the stores and buy all this unnecessary stuff, like I'm sure you've seen on TV, like toilet paper hoarding and stuff like that. So you have to realize that we're not the only ones who need all of this, right? Everyone needs it. So this is where we have to show our compassion and like sympathy for other people. There's another story that Param Guru where he teaches us like a similar lesson, and this is where in the big mandir in Sarsa where Param Guru used to do his satsang. So at that time it wasn't like a mandir like right now, but they still had an ashram there where people would get together as santos, and Param Guru would do satsang there. So they had a food storage there for everyone, and there they grew a thing called bajri, right? So this one night there were two thieves who decided that they're gonna steal some bajri from here. And then they went there, and then so the first guy helped the other guy put like the pile of bajri on his head. But then how is the second guy gonna get it if the first one already had the thing? He couldn't like take the other like pile of the bajri by himself, right? So Param Guru happened to pass by there, and he saw these two guys stealing from there. But instead of like scaring them away or telling everyone, hey, there's thieves here and stuff like that, what Param Guru did was that he actually helped those thieves take the bajri home. And then at that time the thieves didn't know who that was, and Param Guru actually told him, he's like, here, like, you take this and then go before anyone else sees you. But then a few days later, they went back to the mandir, and then they saw Param Guru was actually doing satsang. And so then they realized, wait, this was Param Guru's mandir, and he helped us steal from his own mandir? Like, how could that be? And that's when Param Guru told everyone that he did this because he wanted to show that like the thieves really needed the food. That's why they were stealing. They weren't stealing it with a bad intention. They had a good intention that their family was hungry and they couldn't do anything else. And that's why Param Guru let them do that, right? So from this story though, like, okay, there's one thing. Does this mean we can like go steal stuff from people and like it's fine, Param Guru will help us? No, I see Krish saying no there. Right, good. So he's not gonna help you go steal because we don't need to do that right now, right? There's no need for any of us to go out and like steal food or steal anything for that matter. This was a different story in a different situation. That's why he helped them. And so right now, since we're all home, well, most of us are home and we're supposed to be staying home, we have a lot of extra time on our hands, right? So one thing, if you can right now, I don't know if you want to grab some paper or do this in your head, think about how much time you're saving right now. So on a daily routine, like a few weeks before when you had school, when you had classes and stuff like that, and now how much time are you saving? Anyone want to say how much time they're saving? So things that you're not doing right now. You don't have to wait for your school bus. You don't have to go to school on a school bus or have your parents drop you or however you get to school. Some of you take extra classes outside of school, so you're not doing that. You're not staying after school.
Can you see the question again?
How much time are you saving right now versus like this week when you didn't have school versus when you were going to school? the week
8
before?
hours?
8
Yeah,
hours?
I saved like up to 6 or 7 hours.
Oh wow. I mean, you still have
I think
schoolwork, right?
But yeah, we still have school on my Chromebook.
yeah.
Right. So you're saying at least I would say 3 to 4 hours, right?
At
So
least.
what are you guys doing with all this extra time?
I'm not actually doing that because the times that I have school, I still go on my Chromebook and do my math. So I technically don't have a lot of time on my
No, right.
hands.
I'm saying after you do your schoolwork. So the time you save by not actually having to go to school, so like your school bus ride, going there, coming back, waiting for
About
your buses.
I'd save like 1 hour because it takes me 30 minutes to go there and
Mm-hmm.
leave.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So everyone says at least saves at least an hour, right? Plus, what about like after school activities? How many of you used to do that and don't do that this week?
About 2, yeah, I think about 2 or 3 hours, Mom. Yeah, 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, 2 to 3 hours for me.
We have
Wow.
this time, and then at this certain time we have to like do this thing like math and then like reading and stuff like that.
Oh,
Exactly.
And then tomorrow
okay.
we're gonna
Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, you're all saving approximately like I would say at least an hour, if not more, right? So what are you doing with this extra hour every day?
Well, I technically just play my games and do
Mm-hmm.
some math today because that's what I did today.
same. I usually just play games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
I don't think so. I don't think so. That's bad.
Okay, I see some other kids on this call too. Do you all want to talk? How much time you save? What do you do with it?
I play sports outside for a little bit, probably like 35, 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm. How much time do you save? Is this Adi?
Yeah.
How
Probably
much time do you save?
I save around 8 hours.
Okay,
Yeah, and after sports. Yeah.
right. And then there's someone else, Rainbow Girl. Oh, it's Ashna. Sat ke side. Make sure you're not muted when you're talking. Okay. I think Ashna's having connection problems. But so in this extra hour, instead of playing video games and stuff, how can we help people right now? So we're not gonna like, okay, all of you are not old enough to actually go out and like do a lot of things physically, right? Like right now, nationally, what we're trying to do is all these doctors and nurses and them, they need masks, right? They need masks, they need all this other like protection equipment, like gloves and stuff like that to treat all these patients. So one of the initiatives that like the older people are doing from our cable youth community is that they're gonna call up local places and do like a mask donation thing. So they're gonna ask people if you have extra face masks, then give it to us and we'll go give it to a hospital for you. Or the other thing that they're doing is they're gonna have like the write letters to the House of Representatives and other like politicians and stuff like that. So at your age, what do you think you can be doing in that extra time to help like everything that's going on right now? What is one thing that you can all do? We can all do. Where we don't
can
need to get
all
out of our house or anything like that.
Right.
Well, we can do what we're all doing right now.
Yes, doing satsang, spreading positive thoughts, and then I heard
Yes.
something else from someone.
Pray.
Praying, yeah. So
Yeah.
this extra time we can use to pray to Paranguru that like he helps all these people who are sick and also people who are like first responders, so like doctors, nurses, people who take care of the patients, right? What else?
Like we did Upasana yesterday, me and my family.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. How about, and then Krish also said satsang, so what we're doing right now, right? But the rest of the week, what are some ways that
Yes.
you can do satsang by yourself or like with people in your family?
We can go to the QR code scanner. And then we can also listen.
Oh yeah, there's the satsang podcast that you can listen to.
Yeah.
And then what about like activities like over here at Mandir for the past few weeks? I know the groups were working on a project, but obviously they can't do that right now. But one of the things you can do at home if you're bored or if you have extra time, and this is something when your parents are free, you can maybe even do it with them or your siblings, is doing like a Purja storybook. So today I told you all two Purjas, right? The first one about the crops and how Param Guru like he fed the birds, and he also made sure that they would have 5 times as much food at the end of it. And then the other one where he helped the thieves. So maybe you can take this purchase and make like a storyboard or something like that. Well, you have time this week. So this way you do two things. You're remembering stuff that Param Guru teaches us to do, right? And then the other thing you can do is that you teach your younger siblings. I know some of you have younger siblings, older siblings, so you can also work with them and teach them this stuff. And then it's also a great time to spend with your parents because a lot of your parents are probably home right now too. Which reminds me, if your parents are at home and if they're working, should you be disturbing them? No? No, right. So let them do their thing, you do your thing. And if you are bored, I just told you one way that you can spend your time. Gabelbai, do you have any other suggestions for them? How can they help right now? What can they do at home?
Right. So I think one thing that's very important that we could all do right now is seva. So seva means doing some selfless service, and some ways we can do seva is even something simple like helping our parents. So do you guys have any suggestions on how you can help your parents right now around the house? Do you guys have chores?
No one?
No one has any chores?
Well,
I have washing the dishes.
Because like my parents go to work, and I'm at my aunt's house.
So how can you help your aunt?
There's so many books right now.
Kunal, do you do anything?
I vacuum sometimes. I do the laundry sometimes.
Yeah, so little stuff like that, whether it be helping with the dishes, like you said, or vacuuming, or helping cut the grass. I don't know if do you guys cut the grass? Is it too young?
Sometimes
it's too cold for us out here. It's snowing.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
I cut the grass with my dad.
Oh, okay, well maybe it's too cold there to cut grass right now.
It's snowing right now.
They're bunnies.
Door handles.
No. The bunnies, we have bunnies in the morning that eat the fresh grass. In the morning, like during breakfast, my bunnies eat the grass outside that's fresh.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, but
I just help with the dishes and like the and stuff like that.
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, so we should continue doing those things and help any way you can. Ask your parents, what can I do to help?
Or even like your bada. I think it's if those of you who do live with your grandparents, it's a perfect way to spend more time with them right now, right?
Like my cousins on Shinvir.
I clean all the door handles with Clorox.
Oh, that's actually a really good way to help right now. You're doing two things. You're cleaning and you're preventing people from getting sick, right?
And you're also helping your family.
It's
Right.
glitching. Like some parts are cutting off.
Oh, you're probably having some connection problems.
Yeah, internet connection problems. Yeah.
Okay, so those are some great ways. But so today, before we end, how about we all say a prayer right now, right? We're gonna do the Kaivalam Chidanam Stuti and then we'll say the whole JVD. Does anyone want to lead it? I think all of you should know the Kaivalam Chidanam Stuti at least, right? Adi?
Maybe.
The
No?
heater's coming from my face.
Okay, how about I start and then you all join me?
I think I forgot it. So yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so I'll start and then you can all join me, okay?
Okay, everybody, microphones on.
Yes, if it gets too much, then we'll turn it off and then I'll only have one person doing it. Okay, so Shrimad Karna Sagar Maharaj ki jai, Ram ki jai, Shri Avichal Das Ji Maharaj ki jai,
Yeah, sorry.
Kaivalam Chidenam Amenam Vayanam Dviganam Lagoyam Amoham Amastu Niralam Narayanam Aham Nam Ranayam Nareti Triptiyam Pranayam Parantu Japenam Japayam Kayam Namayayam Manati Mangoyam Swayam Tam Samastu Jahana Madhata Deyam Namichanam Vinayaje Karoti Viparita Vastu Vidhi Vai Vedantam Achantena Chantam Sunati Sunatam Jenatam
Dad,
Anantam
I'm with my group right now.
Agadam Bahodam Lahejan Mahadam Kuveram Teyamam Namami Namastu Shrimat Karna Sagar Maharaj Ki Jai Kaivaladam Ki Jai Priya Vital Das Ji Maharaj Ki Jai Satkal Sahib. Okay, so this was good. Thank you all for joining. Next time we'll have some more activities and more stuff to do. And then, so this week, what are some things you'll do? Everyone go one by one. Don't all shout together. So I'll just call on you, okay? First, Om, go. What are you gonna do this week with your extra time?
Clean stuff. Try to catch mice because we have mice in our apartment.
Me too.
I don't know.
Okay. How about something like satsang related? What's one satsang related thing you'll do this week?
Pray in the morning, essentially.
You could do.
How about you teach your brother the JVD this week? I'm sure he already knows it, but just go over it with him every day.
Okay.
Okay, Om?
Yeah.
Okay. And then next week, Om, make sure your brother joins his class.
He has a.
Help him
I
join.
thought he's supposed to be. I thought he's supposed to be in this class.
Oh no, his was before this, but it's okay. He can be in this one too.
Wait, isn't
Okay.
his supposed to be at 2:00?
Yeah, but it's okay. He can be in this one.
Okay.
Okay, next. Ashna, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna help my parents and my mom down with chores.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do extra school homework. I'm gonna do a boss now,
Okay.
like I did.
Okay. Krish, what about you?
What I'm gonna do is going to read some books related to like prayers, and I'm also going to be playing some games.
Okay. And then Adi.
I'm gonna be listening to Perchas
Mm-hmm.
and be
And then
and cleaning the door handles.
okay. And then make sure you tell your brother. Is your brother with you right now?
Yeah.
He just
Oh,
said
okay.
that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. What's his? Oh my God, I forgot his name. Amar, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Amar, what are you gonna do?
Clean the door handles.
Okay, so you're gonna help your brother?
Mhm.
Okay, sounds good. Deepthi, I think you just joined. Okay, it's okay. Okay, Satkal Sab, everyone, thank you all for joining.
Satya
I
Sahib.
hope to see all of you next week. Okay, keep spreading the positive thoughts, keep thinking positive, and then yeah, we'll get through this.
Okay.
What was that? Okay, Satkal Sahib.
Satya Sahib.
Satya Sahib.
Right.
Satya Sahib, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so bye.
समझीने रहबू समदम परम पदनी पड़शे गम भव दुखो नो एज इलम सत कैवल शरणम ममा समझीने रहबू समदम परम पदनी पड़शे गम भव दुखो नो एज इलम सत कैवल शरणम ममा नेति नेति करे निगम कैवल भजवा भरो कदम तुलसी उत्तम माँ उत्तम सत कैवल शरणम ममा नेति नेति करे निगम कैवल भजवा भरो कदम तुलसी उत्तम माँ उत्तम सत कैवल शरणम ममा सत कैवल शरणम ममा सतकुवेर शरणम ममा प्रेम थी बोलो दमे दम सत कैवल शरणम ममा सत कैवल शरणम ममा सतकुवेर शरणम ममा प्रेम थी बोलो दमे दम सत कैवल शरणम ममा सत कैवल शरणम ममा सतकुवेर शरणम ममा प्रेम थी बोलो दमे दम सत कैवल शरणम ममा सत कैवल शरणम ममा सतकुवेर शरणम ममा प्रेम थी बोलो दमे दम सत कैवल शरणम ममा
कैवल धुन बोलो सत कैवल धुन बोलो सभा माना सत्संगे कैवल धुन बोलो कैवल धुन बोलो सत कैवल धुन बोलो सभा माना सत्संगे कैवल धुन बोलो कैवल धुन बोलो घेला आँख खोलो बिना आजे कैवल बोलो
कैवल धुन बोलो सत कैवल धुन बोलो सब्रह्मण सत्संगी कैवल धुन बोलो
માયાના ગોટાળામાં ઘણું મોડું થાય છે માટે વહેલા વહેલા વાલાની ધૂન બોલો
कैवल धुन बोलो सत कैवल धुन बोलो सब्रह्मण सत्संगी कैवल धुन बोलो
કૈવલના ભક્તોને ચેતવણી અપાય છે તુલસી તાળી પાડીને કૈવલ ધૂન બોલો
कैवल धुन बोलो सत कैवल धुन बोलो सब्रह्मण सत्संगी कैवल धुन बोलो सब्रह्मण सत्संगी कैवल धुन बोलो सब्रह्मण सत्संगी कैवल धुन बोलो
हे नर नारी वारंवारे सत कैवल समरो सांझ सवारे
वारंवारे सत कैवल समरो सांझ सवारे
हे नर नारी वारंवारे सत कैवल समरो सांझ सवारे
वारंवारे सत कैवल समरो सांझ सवारे
प्रेम थी पुकारे तो संकट निवारे सत कैवल समरो सांझ सवारे
वारंवारे सत कैवल समरो सांझ सवारे
जन्म सुधारे ने जीवन सुधारे सत कैवल समरो सांझ सवारे
वारंवारे सत कैवल समरो सांझ सवारे
हे
મારા ગુરુજીની વાડીમાં આવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. મારા ગુરુજીની વાડીમાં આવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. હે સત્સંગ રૂપી વૃક્ષ મજાનું શીતળ તેની છાય. પવન ફૂંકાયો પ્રેમનો રે કોઈ આવો ચતુર સુજાણ રે અમર ફળ ખાવાને. મારા ગુરુજીની વાડીમાં આવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. હે સદગુણ સિંચ્યા પાણીડા લોક નિંદા નિંદામણ વિવેક વાડ આડી કરી એને સાચવે હરીના જન રે અમર ફળ ખાવાને. મારા ગુરુજીની વાડીમાં આવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. કૈવલ જ્ઞાન રૂપી ફળ આવ્યા અને જાળવીને કીધું જતન. નેમી પ્રેમી સહુ આવ્યા ને હે વળી આવ્યા સંત મહંત રે અમર ફળ ખાવાને. મારા ગુરુજીની વાડીમાં આવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. એ ગુરુમુખીને મન ભાવ્યા આવ્યા અમી ઓડકાર. નુગરા બિચારા શું કરે રે હે ને સ્વાદ ના મળે લગાર રે અમર ફળ ખાવાને. મારા ગુરુજીની વાડીમાં આવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. હે અમર ફળ આરોગતા તન મન ના રોગ જાય. પંચમી કૈવલ મુક્તિ મળે રે હે નાલખ 84 જાય રે અમર ફળ ખાવાને. મારા ગુરુજીની વાડીમાં આવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી લાવો અમર ફળ ખાવાને. સાથે આવે તેને તેડી रंगायु कैवल रंगे बिजो न लागे रंग रंगायु कैवल रंगे बिजो न लागे रंग प्रेम सुरा पान करे नाचू अंगे अंग मारा गुरुदेवे लगाड़ियो एवो भक्ति नो प्रेम सुरा पान करे नाचू अंगे अंग मारा गुरुदेवे लगाड़ियो एवो भक्ति नो रंग मारा गुरुदेवे लगाड़ियो एवो भक्ति नो रंग तन्नो तंबूर बोले कैवल नाम उमंग तन्नो तंबूर बोले कैवल नाम उमंग रोमे रोमे लागी गयो ज्ञान भक्ति नो गुरुदेवे लगाड़ो एवो भक्ति नो रंग मारा गुरुदेवे लगा
out as well. So, who are in mandir or even living, there's that one can get involved in hospitals. Masks, even if they're not N95, have regular that we can utilize any right now. Because they know other big companies, they can come through for us. Construction for business, so they don't need these masks. And we use it as a satsang, which is all about how to go facility the past 5 months. But then on Sunday, last Sunday, a week ago from today, we had to make the call. Most of us are in the healthcare field. Most of us are healthcare professionals in some way, shape, or form. And we just could not, in good conscience, go travel right now when everyone is saying stay at home, isolate, and just keep distance from everyone. So we canceled it, and it was fine. And it's not the end of the world, because if we look at it in so many ways, so we had to cancel this one trip. That is nothing compared to what other people have to sacrifice and give up because of this current situation, or because of like any situation at large. So looking at the bigger picture and seeing how we can help our community at large is really important right now. It's important all the time. But right now, in this situation, this is a very unique situation that we are, which was the influenza pandemic. And then since then, we have had like SARS and H1N1, and those were pretty big scares. But according to CDC and WHO and many, and 3% is the average, depending on healthcare situations. So the mortality rate is 3%, but here's what is the scariest part about this virus. The incubation time right now, we're still learning so much about it, but right now the incubation time is up to 14 days. And what does that mean? Incubation time up to 14 days means that healthy individuals, like all of you on this call, all of you are relatively very healthy, young people. So if one of us comes into contact with somebody who has COVID-19 and the viral particles go into our respiratory tract and it starts living in our throats, we won't have symptoms. Most likely, we won't experience any symptoms because our bodies will be, our immune systems will be able to fight off the virus from going to levels that cause any type of symptoms. So it'll just live in our bodies, you know, like squatters. Then if we come into contact with somebody else, like let's say our badada, just an example, and we have, like, we cough on them or sneeze on them from allergies or anything else, we can cough and sneeze without being sick, or we could transfer respiratory particles without being sick. So if we just cough or sneeze on them once, or any physical contact, and they get even one viral particle inside of their respiratory tract, their immune systems are not as strong as ours. So that virus will quickly start to multiply in their bodies, and they will get sick. And the problem is that so many people right now, young people like us, are walking around with this virus. Like, none of us know if we have it or not. We could very well have it because we've come into contact with so many people in the past 2 weeks before quarantine and self-isolation techniques and measures were put into place. So many of us came into contact with so many people everywhere. And those people that we're into contact with so many other people. So we don't know. We could easily have this, and it could live in our system for 14 days and we won't even know. And this is why it's really important to self-isolate and quarantine. And as younger people, it's really hard for us to relate because it's like, oh, well, it doesn't affect me. Like, I'll be fine. My immune system will be able to fight it off, and I'm not going to have to worry about it. Okay, maybe your immune system will be able to fight it off, but what about everyone else who you come into contact with whose immune system won't be able to fight it off? What about all of those people who you will pass this on to and potentially they will die from it? What about all of them? The second thing is, and so when we think that way, when we think, why do I have to worry? I'll be fine. We're being very selfish. We're only thinking about ourselves, and we're not thinking about our community, our world, this community that supports us and holds us up, everyone around us that allows us to live the life that we are living. I want all of you to think about the life that you live, what your activities are, your schooling, your education. You come home, what do you do? What do you eat? Where does that food come from? Think about your life up until now, growing up the way you've grown up, in the family that you've grown up in, surrounded by your people, your tribe, your immediate family, of course, mom, dad, brother, sister, any cousins, badada, whatever. But then I also want you to expand it. So think about your larger community. So if you're involved in any like gams, like, we have like Chavis Gam or Cho Gam or Bavis Gam, you go to those Samaj events. Many of you on this call are Chicago kids, basically grew up at Mandir. So you've been coming to Mandir and we're a family. Your school family, many of you either in high school or college have made very tight groups of friends, and now they've become family. And you don't call each other friends, you call each other sisters and siblings, because that's how tight you are. Your professors, I know when we're in college, many of us just don't like many of our professors, but I have, over the course of my academic career, connected with a few of my professors who I'm still in touch with, and they've really impacted my life and changed it for the better. And they have done so much for me. I don't know if I'll ever be able to repay what they've taught me. I want you to think about all of these people in your lives who've made an impact, who've changed your life for the better, who've come into your life and helped you get to where you are right now. Because think about everything that you are able to do right now. In this very moment, think about all of your skills, your talents, your abilities, where you're at in your life and what you're doing, and how many people it took to get to where you are today. None of us can say that we are where we are on our own. Like, I'm a self-made person. Nobody helped me. I got here by myself. None of us can say that. We are all products of our community. We are all products of our society. We are where we are because everyone around us, every single step of the way, helped us get here. They pushed us, they encouraged us, they forced us to break those boundaries, those barriers. They taught us, they gave us education, they fed us. When we came home from school and we were hungry, there was hot food ready for us. Who made that for us? When we had to run out of the house in the morning because we're running late, they made sure that we had what we needed so we could just run out of the house with everything we need. We don't need to worry about collecting things. When the heater's not working at home and it's winter time, we had people who took care of that, our dads or siblings, whoever, our moms, whatever, calling the companies and making sure that things were fixed, or calling the repair people. We had people every step of the way in this journey that we call life. We still do. Every single person you have met in your life has directly or indirectly impacted you in some way, shape, or form. So now, as our duty, as a citizen of this earth, not of this country or of this state or of our communities, but we are citizens of this earth. And our duty as a citizen of this earth is to think, what can I do to make my surroundings a better place and continue to contribute in a positive way to my surroundings? Because I owe so much to everyone around me. Everyone directly or indirectly has helped me get to where I am right now. And now it's my job to give back to them indirectly or directly in some way, shape, or form. How can I do that? Well, one way we can do that is by being self-aware. What are we doing? Where are we going? And how are we behaving? Don't always think me, my life this and my life that. Yes, we all have struggles. Every single one of us has struggles. There is nobody who doesn't go through something. The only difference is we can't see it. And especially in this day and age where we live in social media culture, everyone's always posting about their happiness and everything that they're doing, and, you know, like made up pictures with filters on Instagram and happy family pictures and happy friend pictures. And so we only see the good stuff. But every single person goes through something. Every single person has their own struggle. So when we are always focusing on ourselves, what I want, what I need, how this is affecting me, my life is ruined, that is when we are being the truest form of selfish. We are ignoring the community that has brought us up to where we are right now. We are ignoring our surroundings, our people, our samaj, our tribe that has helped us build the life that we have right now, especially all of us on this call. Because if I think about all of my peers and then all of you guys and everyone younger than us, and I've been doing the Satsang at Mandir for the past few weeks, we are truly fortunate to have grown up without many worries. Growing up, I didn't have that many worries. I had to help out with the family businesses. I had to help out at home, do some chores. And yeah, there were struggles, like, you know, cultural struggles, cultural barriers between like home and school, being first generation born, things that we can all relate to and agree with. But did I actually have, like, looking back, reflecting now as an adult, did we actually have like struggles in the sense we don't have a house to live in, we don't have food on the table, we don't know if we're going to be safe or not because there's violence outside of our house? Maybe like we live in a gang related area. If I go to if I think to like some of the hospitals right now that are in the most shortage of these supplies, some of these hospitals are located in the inner cities of Chicago where there's so much violence and there's just so much like destruction all around because the communities are just filled with so much negativity, and there's lots of gun violence and lots of social violence. There's a great level of poverty, and no one's really going to help those places out because they're already scary situations to be in. None of us had ever experienced that firsthand. Like, none of us have lived in those types of situations. So if we really put things in perspective for ourselves, then we can truly appreciate and understand that we have it really good. we have really good lives. We have what we need when we need it. We have good support systems that help us, and we know that we can always fall back on this person, that person. Right now, I want all of you to think about this. If you're really upset about something, let's say you have a really big fight with someone, each and every one of you on this call probably has some other person, or maybe a list of some other people who you can call and vent to, talk to. Be like, hey, I had this problem and I just need to talk to you. How many of us have that? And how many of us have ever thought or just had a moment to think like, damn, I'm really lucky. Like, I have a pretty good support system. You know, whenever I go through something, I always have this friend or that friend that I can call and talk to. If I ever need anything and I'm worried about it, I can always call my mom, and she always gives me some support or gives me some advice or makes me feel better. If I have something else going on, I can always turn to this person. If I need something in this situation, or if I need help, then this person's always reaching out. We have this support system, and as humans, we need a support system because we're social creatures. Right now, I think the biggest thing that we're facing is we're not used to being isolated or quarantined, quote unquote. This past week, my mom was telling me, she's like, they're calling to like check in with my mom. Like, oh, when is Mandir going to be open again? First, Mandir's only been closed for 1 week. Like on Sunday, last Sunday, only a few of us, like close inside people, went to Mandir. And we had a quick meeting about like what to do moving forward with this current situation. But Mandir has only been like, so you can't even say that we were closed last week, because technically we were still open. We were closed to the seniors, so none of the seniors could come, 65 and older, and we were closed to kids, so no kids could come under. We said 12 years old, no kids could come. So like there was just, I think like maybe 25 or 30 of us at Mandir, just a few inside people because we had closed it off to everyone else. And then that's when we decided that we would have to close Mandir, and because of this current situation, and comply with the self-isolation and quarantine rules, because that's really important for our community. And then as the week progressed and the cases were increasing and the situation was getting worse and worse, we made the decision that Mandir just has to be closed, period. Even for inside people, everything just has to be shut down. And so we sent out messages and we told everyone that it's until right now, it's till April 8th, because the stay-at-home order by Governor Pritzker has been until April 8th. But that stay-at-home order is like an order that everyone just needs to stay at home, period. However, we'll see what the situation is like on April 8th and reassess, because despite the governor's orders, public establishments like mandirs, churches, public places like the city halls and the park districts and gyms, all of these places need to take more precautions because they have a more influx of public people coming in and going out. So they don't follow the stay-at-home order. They have to follow greater orders. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, if we're really able to flatten the curve, we will be able to reopen for Sunday services at least, but it might be another couple of weeks just to be on the precautionary side. We'll see. But my mom's already been getting calls from a lot of the seniors, like the badadas who come to our mandir. And they were like, Bon, Aradhika message moklya kare che badane. Like I send messages on the parents chat and WhatsApp to all the mandir people. And so they're like, Amara chokra gharmati nikarwa nathi deta. And they're like, really, they're going stir crazy. And it's only been a week. It hasn't even been that long. But they are going stir crazy and they're like, mandir pachu kere khulvanu che. Like, when are we getting back to our regular thing? And my mom's like trying to explain to them. because they're not used to being at home. They grew up in India, and then after they came here, they were so involved in like mandir and samaj activities that they're so used to seeing people. They're not used to being cooped up in a house, you know, and they're cooped up in like joint family houses, but they're still not used to that. And they're going a little stir crazy, and they don't know how to handle it. And at their age where they're at, like badadas, 65 and older, all of our badadas, it's hard to change their minds about anything. They are set in their ways. They're like that big oak tree. You can't bend it. If you try to push it down, you might get hurt in the process. So what do? Nothing. Just talk to them. So at this time, I want us to come up with a list of ways that we can effectively make a change in our immediate communities, directly or indirectly. How can we bring a source of comfort to the people around us in this time of need? How can we impact this community that has supported us for however many years old you are? How can we bring positivity into this very unfortunate situation? Complaining about it, whining about it, or being quote unquote depressed because we can't go anywhere. No, that's not who we are. Come on, that's only going to propagate more negativity. It's not going to help us get through this. But what will help us get through this is if we continue to see all the good that we still have. If we continue to rely on our community for support, and then we put out more positive energy, we put out more prayers, we put out happy thoughts, and we reach out to the people in our community. Like think of an octopus with all its tentacles, reaching out in every single direction, 360. How can we do that? So I want everyone to make a list. There's a chat function on this Meets. So I want all of you to put in the chat function, like one idea. Or if you don't want to put in the chat function and just unmute yourself and say it, that would be even better. There's a lot of us, so I said we can use the chat function as well. But if we can also get on the, if we can also unmute ourselves and contribute, I think that would be great too, to hear more voices. So how can we put out our tentacles of positivity and happiness into our communities that have propped us up and helped us and made us the people we are today? How can we now in turn around and help spread joy rather than complaining, rather than being negative? How can we continue to be good bhaktos of Param Guru? Because Param Guru teaches us that his bhaktos are good bhaktos by their karma. So yes, doing regular upasana and stuti, giving Param Guru our time through our prayers, that is definitely one aspect of being a good bhakt. But as we've learned in satsang, Param Guru looks for his bhaktos to be a 360 picture, not only doing upasana regularly or stuti. Yes, those things are important, but Param Guru wants his bhaktos to be completely well-rounded bhaktos through karam, everyday activities, how we think, how we talk, how we behave. These all things define us as Param Guru's bhaktas. And right now in this time, when we're dealing with this unfortunate situation that has a lot of uncertainty attached to it, how can we be good bhaktos of Param Guru? How can we make Param Guru proud? So I want ideas from every one of you. One idea, big or small, doesn't matter. It could be anything, literally. But let's play popcorn. So I'm going to popcorn this to Vishwa, and then I'm going to let her popcorn it to someone else.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So me and Nehal Pavan and my mom did group yoga, and we did a workout video, or Neha and my mom did a workout video together that we don't normally do.
I was going to say, you did a workout video?
Maybe.
I want to see videos of that.
Nah.
Okay. And how did you guys? When did you guys do this?
They did one today and then yesterday, 2 days ago.
Okay. And what is one way that we can spread like this type of positive action into our community around us? You guys did this at home, right? So that's really great. But how can we encourage others to look on the bright side and continue to do positive activities like this at home?
I don't know. Can I popcorn it?
Sure.
I'll popcorn it to Jay, the first name I saw.
Man,
Jay, what did we just talk about complaining and being negative?
yeah, heard that.
I can help him if he needs help.
Yeah, could you help me?
Okay. I think like on Instagram, there's this whole thing about like tagging people of like push-ups and all these other challenges. So like to go off of what Vishwa said about like they worked out at home and they did it. So like social media is also kind of helping with that. It's like making people become more active in the house, even if it means like you tagging and you posting. So like you could do it that way as well. Like you could spread it through showing people on social media.
Yeah, that's a great one. Using our social media channels to spread positivity about normal people, things that all of us can do to continue to stay active and engaged in a positive way. Good. Jay, I still expect one from you, but Arpita, you popcorn it off to someone.
To Kival.
Hello. So, I think one thing, like for me, especially being home after being used to just living on my own for a long time right now, is just being frustrated. I've been really frustrated, whether with my parents mostly, because they're just the only ones here, But so I think there's like two ways I could take this frustration out. One would be doing the typical thing where you just go in your room, lock the door, do you, And then the second way, which is something that I've been trying to do right now, is, just listening to them, hear them out, take in what you can, but then also channeling that out through different things around the house that could probably help out. So for example, the weather's nice here, so there's a lot of outdoor stuff we could do. So like cutting the grass, installed some cool solar lights and stuff, random stuff like that to channel that out. And I think one way to spread positivity, well, I don't know if this is necessarily positivity, but like one thing that I've been struggling with my parents right now, especially my dad, is that he's just a little more stubborn, like typical Indian dads, where he won't really take into consideration a lot of the precautions that we're trying to tell him to do. So just been kind of nagging him and making sure my mom is aware so she can nag him even when he is at the store.
Oh, I think Vishwa can relate to this, right? Vishwa, not to put it back on her, but because you brought this up.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know where my dad is right now. So.
All right, so I'm gonna popcorn this up to Nupa.
Okay. So I guess one way to spread positivity, I actually agree with what Gabriel said. That was one good one, because like I'm like kind of forced my boss to stay in, and like she's like spreading that to her like friends too, like the bot community. So that was one thing. But like I feel like also another way is like, so I remember on Sunday Sunday we were talking about how like we can help others by like not, I guess, being selfish, because I know there's like a lot of hoarding going on right now, which I really didn't understand either. So I was also spreading that to my friends, because like a lot of people are posting how like their parents are hoarding and stuff. So I was trying to explain to them, like especially through like messages and group chats, because I had like a talk with a bunch of my friends too about how hoarding isn't the option, because like it's a time, like especially with the virus, it's a time to come together, not spread apart. Especially like because like even like when I'm in stores, like trying to get things, like there's a lot of elderly people who can't have stuff. So like I use also like my social media. Like I posted this story once. It was about how one man couldn't like get any like paper towels because like another person had like all of them. So like I feel like that was one.
That's a great point, Nupa. I think it's really great for us to encourage our families and our extended families to not hoard materials in this time. Grocery stores are still going to be open. Local mom and pop shops are going to be open. Convenience stores are going to be open. We will always be able to get what we need. We are not in that situation right now where it's like, oh, બધું બંધ થઈ જવાનું છે, હવે કશું મળવાનું નથી. It's not that type of situation at all. So there's no reason for us to pile on extra material goods, food goods, especially perishable items that will ultimately end up going bad. My friend sent me this story where, well, now most of the stores have put limits, but this happened last week. She said she was at the store and this lady had like 15 bags of bread in her cart and there was no breads left on the shelf. And she was refusing to give, like, there was an elderly person there. And so this other lady was like, hey, can you just give this elderly person like one loaf of the bread? She just wants one. And she's like, no, these are mine. They're in my cart. I put them. And she refused. So then this other lady called one of the workers at Jewel and like, you know, was like, this lady doesn't need this much bread and this elderly lady's looking for it. Can you like step in here because she's not listening to me? And I tried to ask her nicely. And my friend, she shared this with us. She's like, this was like incredible what this other lady did. And the worker came around and made that lady put all the bread back. And she's like, you can have 2 loaves. The rest are for everyone else who need it. And the lady had to put it back. She was really mad. She like cursed out this other lady and started like, you know, having a tantrum in the middle of the store. But whatever, there's going to be people like that, people who we don't understand why they're behaving like the way they are. But kudos for that lady, the one who stood up to her, stood up for this elderly person, and then also took it a step further and did something about it. She reported the other woman so that something could be done and the situation could be rectified, and it was. So whatever we can do, especially those of us who like are less shy or, you know, can speak up a little bit more, now is the time. Like if you can speak up and spread positivity and good behavior, really, if you can step into a situation and prevent some type of altercation or prevent someone from behaving poorly, do it. Because this is the time when we can speak up and try to help promote good behavior and good thoughts. Nupa, who did you popcorn it off to?
I'll popcorn it off to Lipu.
Oh, we all saw that coming.
Bruh. So a way to spread positivity, I guess, is like a lot of people are focusing on the bad of the situation, but there's also like stuff to be grateful about. Like we all live such fast-paced lives and we're all so busy. Like it's a time we can take to spend time with our family more and be grateful for like that we're safe basically right now, being in our houses and being basically quarantined. And also like we can be grateful for like the fact that after this is over that we have like full shelves and like talking to people and being grateful that we could like give them a handshake and stuff, not only focusing on the bad, you know?
That's a good point. Did you guys, I'm sure many of you have seen like this been traveling around social media, but, and I don't know how true this is because we do have to verify it through actual reputable sources, but I have seen many posts about how pollution in some areas has decreased and how maybe like, and not to say that this is a good thing that's happening, but like this whole pandemic has really put things into perspective about how we as a human race have been behaving and neglecting our earth, like fighting amongst religions and fighting amongst groups and minorities and people, spreading hatred, like all of that stuff. Right now, it all just seems so trivial because right now we're all trying to get through this one thing. And so that's a really good point. Nice job, Deepu. Okay, popcorn it off to someone.
I'll popcorn it off to Amr.
Hello. So what are we saying? Something positive? Mm,
Someone help your boy out.
I got it. Okay. So what I was thinking is that like Baz and like especially my dad, they're like listening to the news and stuff, and they watch a lot of Indian news, and they heard about this vaccine using like malaria and stuff, and they're like, oh, it's a vaccine, everything will be good and stuff. And like my dad, like he likes to walk, so he like goes walking and stuff, and then like he likes to go to stores and stuff. And I say like instead of like listening to like everything that's on like what media is saying, maybe like help our parents out and like try to keep up inside and like do activities with them, like watching, listening to the podcast, and like getting them involved more.
I think that's a great point. There's a great level of misinformation that's being spread about everything related to this current situation, the virus, ways to help it. Oh my God. By the way, if any of you guys, if your parents got this, because actually it's funny that Amr and Jay just went. My kaka, Amr and Jay's dad, sent me a video this morning about this guy who was telling people, and he said he's like doctor something or another from India, and he was telling everyone that it was a Gujarati video. He's like, Beno, bhaiyo, તમે લોકો ઘરે COVID-19 નો ટેસ્ટ કરી શકો છો. તમને જાણવું હોય કે તમને વાયરસ થયું છે તો simply do this. And then he proceeded to tell everyone to hold their breath for 30 seconds. And then he said, if you're not able to hold your breath for 30 seconds, that means you have the virus. But if you are able to hold your breath for 30 seconds, that means that you don't have the virus. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
My mom just said that's true. She's here and she said that's true.
Andy, tell your mom that is not true.
My dad watched that today.
I messaged my kaka back right away and I said, Kaka, this is not true. Do not forward it to anyone else. And he said, okay, thank you. But listen, you guys, this is not true.
My mom also said if you leave loving in your mouth, that the virus can't get in your mouth.
No, this is not true. Guys, listen, I just explained in the beginning of this call that this virus, COVID-19, is almost 300 nanometers small. It is so small that it can penetrate through regular fabrics and stuff if given the proper opportunities. This virus can live in our respiratory tracts for up to 14 days without producing any symptoms. You can literally be asymptomatic, which means you could breathe normally, you can live normally, it will be, nothing happened to you. Incubation times for up to 14 days. So none of this is true, you guys. Don't believe it. Dispel the myths. Do not let them continue to propagate false information. This is all false. We have to make sure that people are only exposed to the truth. So when you guys see your parents with these videos and stuff, be like, ask them, be like, where did you get this from? Is it from a reputable source? Right now, the only two sources you should consider reputable are CDC and WHO. All healthcare professionals are following guidelines given by CDC and WHO. And right now, the only reason why it's okay for healthcare professionals to wear any other masks except for N95 is because we don't have any more N95 masks left. Our healthcare systems are seriously, the situation is so ridiculous and infuriating that we have to deal with this situation right now in this developed country. Like, America is supposed to be this #1 country for everything, and our healthcare professionals don't have the proper PPE. But that is the situation right now. And that is the only reason why they're letting nurses and doctors and everyone wear like these cloth masks and these other regular masks, because we don't have the N95. So something's better than nothing. That's the whole point right now, that something's better than nothing. But N95 is the only mask that is designed to 95% accuracy prevent the virus from entering the respiratory tract. Otherwise, this virus can enter your respiratory tract in the snap of a finger. Raj, tell your mom she wrong. What she heard on WhatsApp, not right.
We're talking about how my mom said put an OD on your face, same thing as mask. I'm like, I don't think that's true. So we're discussing that right now.
Oh my God. No, that's not true. But I'm hoping that maybe Raj and Krunal can combine forces in the future and come up with some really cool technology that can help us fight these respiratory viral infections that can easily transmit through fabrics. Because right now, N95 is the only mask out there in the market that can prevent viral particles from entering the respiratory tract. Viral particles are so small. They're about 200 to 300 or more nanometers. That's like, even when I'm looking at it under a microscope using a computerized digital microscope that can magnify it 10,000x, it's so tiny. Those things can pass through almost anything. So that's what makes them so scary, like, and competent. Okay, let's see. Jay just went about misinformation. Jay, who did you popcorn it off to?
I didn't popcorn off to anybody, but let me see who's on the call. Let's go with Krishna Kisu.
Kisu. Kisu, if you're talking, you're on mute and we can't hear what you're saying.
Okay, so it just took me a while to unmute myself. Sorry, a long time. Okay, so basically, what I was thinking was, I've seen like a lot of pictures and videos on internet, basically, where a lot of people are being racist to Asian people and Chinese people because of this virus, and I was thinking about like a way to spread positivity in a time like this. We should avoid that and come together as a human race. That's pretty much what I was thinking.
That's a really good point you brought up, Kisu. So what's one way that, and this is for everyone, there is a great amount of xenophobia towards Asian Americans right now, especially East Asian Americans, people who look like they're Chinese. And part of the reason is that, and I'm not trying to get political here, but part of the reason is that for the past week, the president of this country has been referring to COVID-19 as the Chinese virus. Rhetoric matters. This is why we always talk about it in Satsang. The way we think, the way we talk, and the way we act, these three things matter. The way we talk matters. What we say and what words we use matter. Him calling this the Chinese virus is only creating subconscious at some level, it's causing some level, because everyone right now is against this COVID virus. Everyone right now is like, oh my God, this is like the worst thing to happen. It's ruining people's lives. It's killing people. It's spreading so fast. We have to fight it. We have to fight it. That's the mentality right now towards COVID-19. Okay, fine. We have to fight this virus. But then by calling it the Chinese virus, then you're putting an identity on the virus. Now everyone, it's not just about the virus, but now he's given a specific identity about who this virus belongs to. A virus doesn't belong to anyone. It's a biological entity. It's not even a living thing. Scientists have been arguing about it for like ages, whether viruses can be considered living particles or not. But by giving it this nickname of Chinese virus, you're automatically associating the Chinese culture, the East Asian culture, with this virus. And now people have just gotten like another outlet for their anger. And this is why rhetoric matters. You know, we talk about it in Satsang all the time. Why do we teach all of us? Why do we continue to reinforce kesaru bolvanu? Like, don't swear, don't say bad things, don't talk negatively, don't spread gossip, don't have like poor words for anyone. Why do we always say that? Because the way we speak, it matters. So ever since, and it's no coincidence, but that ever since our leaders have been referring to this as the Chinese virus, violence against East Asian Americans has increased. I just read an article yesterday that a 16-year-old boy in California was jumped and beat up because somebody thought he had the virus and they blamed him for it. And I was telling my own parents, I was having this discussion with my dad. I was like, you're an immigrant. You came here in this country when you were like, what, however many years ago. He was like 16 or 17. I'm like, you have first generation born kids. What if something like this had happened from India and then you found out that kids in our community were getting beat up or kids in our community were facing racism because of this? How would you feel? And that put things in more perspective for him than if I was just saying like, that's racism. It's not good to say that. It's not good for him to say that. Rather than just saying that, I explained it to him like this. And like, he right away was like, oh, I would be pissed if someone did that to any of you guys. Okay, then think about how their community feels. And that's, I think like when we're talking at home, because we probably hear this rhetoric at home too, or we like see it on the news. I know like Indian media right now is really propagating like that this is like something that the Chinese like cooked up or something. I don't know the details, but like Vishva was telling me, and I think Ipsa was telling me last Sunday. I'm sure it's gotten much worse over the week. But how can we counteract that? How can we counteract that at home and help our parents or grandparents or our peers see the other side of it? And Kisu brought up a good point, and to add on it, maybe make it relative. All of our family members are immigrants to this country. We are children of immigrants, and we are first generation raised here. We can relate to them. We understand what it's like to face discrimination and racism. So we just have to put it in our perspective, and hopefully they can understand and they can contribute to more positive discourse. Spreading hate in a time like this will only use up energy that we want to channel in a positive direction. We want to use our energy for positive behavior, positive thoughts to help us overcome this a truly unfortunate situation. We do not want to waste any of our energy in arguing through negative behavior and negative thoughts. We only want to propagate through our efforts. We want to be good citizens of this earth, because after all, it has given us so much. And now it's our time to repay. As adults, we can do so much. We should do whatever we can do. And I think that's really important. We are going to stop our satsang there today because we're going to start a virtual sabha, which everyone should join at 5 p.m. Please turn it on for badadas at home as well and mom and dads. virtual Sabha is one way for us to try to keep our Mandir cohesiveness and bring a piece of Mandir to all of our Mandir family members and out of, like, nationally as well, just because this time is just being at home alone, not being able to go to the places that we love to go to, not being able to see the people we like to see every week. I know, like, going to Mandir every Sunday is one way for me to feel just really good about myself, and I get to see all my family members, and I love it. I feel so great Sunday evenings when I'm leaving after having spent the day with some of the best people that, you know, I have come to know over the past few years. And so, and I'm sure that all of you guys have similar feelings towards each other and Mandir. And so we just want to bring a piece of this. It's not going to be like the real thing, nothing is, but hopefully one way for everyone to feel like some form of connection to Param Guru and some form of connection to our bhakti. So we're going to do that. It's going to go live on this link, but we're going to go live on the YouTube channel because it's going to be an active discussion. So I'm going to let Gernal take it away, and then we can get started. Gernal says that, can everyone move on, except for the Stuti people, can everyone move on to the YouTube channel? The YouTube link is, let me get the YouTube link and post it on the chat. Dun, dun. That is the YouTube link. I just posted it on the chat. So except for Stuti people, can we get on the YouTube link, please?
સતકેવલ સાહેબ, આજે આપણે કૈવલ જ્ઞાન મંદિરની પહેલી વર્ચ્યુઅલ સભા કરીએ છીએ અને આ વર્ચ્યુઅલ સભા આપણે આવતા 2-3 અઠવાડિયા માટે કરીશું, કારણ કે બધાને ખબર છે અત્યારે જે સિચ્યુએશન છે એની લીધે કેટલાક સ્ટેટ્સમાં સ્ટે એટ હોમ ઓર્ડર્સ છે, એટલે કોઈથી બી કશું કારણ વગર બહાર જવાય એવું નથી. સો આપણે આ વર્ચ્યુઅલ સભા કરીશું, જેમાં પહેલા આપણે પ્રાર્થના કરીશું, સ્તુતિ, પછી ગુરુજીની અમૃતવાણી સાંભળીશું અને ઉપાસના. સો આપણે જે દર રવિવારે સભામાં કરતા હોઈએ છીએ, we'll try કે એ જ આપણે ઓનલાઈન કન્ટિન્યુ કરી શકીએ. ઓબ્વિયસલી જેવું રિયલમાં થાય એવું તો ઓનલાઈન ના થાય, પણ જેટલું આપણે બની શકે આપણાથી એટલો જ આપણે ટ્રાય કરીશું. તો પહેલા આપણા મંદિરના અમુક કિડ્સ છે એ લોકો આપણને સ્તુતિ કરાવશે અને પછી આપણે ગુરુજીની વાણી સાંભળીશું. સતકેવલ સાહેબ, સ્તુતિ kids, take it away.
Satya Sahib.
Satya Sahib.
Shrimad Karna. Do we start with?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Shrimad Karna, Sagar Maharaj.
Kaival Dham ki jai, Shri Das
Maharaj ki jai. Satya Sahib. Om Pratham Sakala Paraparasyavali Satya Brahmanda
Sakala Jaya Jaya Kaivalanath Sanatana Sarvakitairana
Akhilananda
Vilasika Vivida
Vidharana
Lokachaturada Sadvanda Fanda Fina Kairana Sudharana
Vivida Bhatya Guna Granda Vrunda Vida Alaga Udharana
Aganita Inda Kataksha Paksha Vasutama Pada Parma
Alanga Salanga Ekatasayash Kahu Jani Namarma
Hansani Pasana Dhamadani Tuma Purusha Puraitana
Namo Namo Nirvan Pranapati Sacharas Masana
Prakruti Binu Dhanya Purusha Palakame Khalaka Upasaka
Anya Dham Pati Deva Yugal Shakti Tanayashaka
तब देवन के देव सकल शिर हो तुम कैवल
साक्षीवंत सुत सलंग प्रौध पद पुरुष एकलमल
जय करुणामय मध्य आद्य परापर
हंस रूप स्तुति कुवीर निज ग्रंथ करण स्वर
मंगल चरण प्रथम यही दरण सजन उर ध्यान
अब ग्रंथन प्राण बहु सुनो संत सुजान
लोक असंख्य उत्पन्न गति सप्त द्वीप सुरधाम
सो सब ग्रंथ में बाकहु विविध पाठ्य गुण ग्राम
सकल यांग बिन बिन गति अर्थ बोध शुभ सार
कहे कुवीर कर के कहू संशय हरण भव पार आदि सके स्वार्थ के निष्कव करता की
जय
स्वामी महाराज की
जय
परम ग्रीष्मोत्कर्ण सागे महाराज की
जय।
द्वितीय कुबेराचार्य स्नायान दासी महाराज की
जय।
तृतीय कुबेराचार्य श्री बलदेव दासी महाराज की
जय।
चतुर्थ कुबेराचार्य श्री भगवान दासी महाराज की
जय।
पंचम कुबेराचार्य श्री प्रयाग दासी महाराज की
जय।
षष्ठम कुबेराचार्य सीतो दासी महाराज की
जय।
सप्तम कुबेराचार्य श्री अविचो दासी महाराज की
जय।
सब संतन की
जय।
सब देवन की
जय।
ज्ञान संप्रदाय की
जय।
श्री गुरु गादी सरसापुरी की
जय।
कैवल धाम की
जय।
ज्ञान मंदिर की
जय। जय। जय।
कथा ब्रह्म का सत्य वो साहिब, सत्य वो साहिब, सत्य वो साहिब। कैवलम चिदेनाम वीणम वयानम द्विगानम
गोयममोहमस्तु
निरालं नारायणम् अहं नम्रणीयम्
नैति ननीयं प्रणायं परन्तु
जपेनं जपायं कायं नमयायम्
मनाति मकोऽयं स्वयं त्वं समस्तु
जहानम दाता दियं नम विचन्दम्
विनयजे करोति विवर्जित वस्तु
विधि वै वेदन्तम् अचन्तेन चन्तम्
सुनाति सुनातं जिनाथ अनन्तो
अगाधं बहुदं लहि जन्महादम्
कुबेरं तेयं मां नमामि नमस्तु
सागर महाराज की जय, कैवल नाम की जय, श्री अविचोदासी महाराज की जय। सत्य
सत्य वसा है।
Satkyavel Sahib, thank you ladies for leading the stuti with all the technical issues. All right, Gurnal, we can proceed forward.
સત્યવલ સાહેબ, હવે આપણે ગુરુજીની અમૃત વાણી સાંભળીશું જે અમરદાળમમાં પ્રોગ્રામ હતો તે વખતે એમને આપી હતી તે, અને પછી ઉપાસના કરીશું.
દાડમ સુવર્ણ જયંતિ મહોત્સવના ઉપલક્ષમાં આયોજિત આ કાર્યક્રમમાં ગુરુ મહારાજની પુષ્પ વંદના ભાવ વંદના કરીને આપણે કાર્યક્રમની શરૂઆત કરીશું. સર્વપ્રથમ અમરદાડમ વિભાગ વતી મેનપુરાના વડીલ મુરબ્બી શ્રી જયંતિ કાકાને હું વિનંતી કરું કે પરમ પૂજ્ય ગુરુજીને માલ્યાર્પણ કરી આપણા સૌ વતી ભાવ વંદના કરે, આશીર્વાદ પ્રાપ્ત કરે. મુરબ્બી જયંતિ કાકા. બીજો હાર सागर महाराज की जय, कैवल धाम की जय, श्री अविचलदास जी महाराज की जय. सत कैवल साहेब, फागण पूर्णिमाना આજના કાર્યક્રમના દાતા શ્રી જયેશભાઈ તથા નિમિષાબહેન, જેમના તરફથી પાણીની સેવા સંપૂર્ણ પ્રાપ્ત થઈ છે, યશ કુમાર જયેશભાઈ પટેલ અત્રે ઉપસ્થિત થશે અને પરમ પૂજ્ય ગુરુજી તથા પૂજ્ય ગીતા દીદીના માલ્યાર્પણ કરશે.
यम कायन्नम मयायम मनाति मगोयम स्वयं त्वं समस्तु जहानम दाता विधे वै वेदंतम अचंते न चंतम सुनाति सनातम अगाधम बहोर्धम लहे जन्महादम कुबेरम श्रीमद करुणा सागर महाराज की कैवल धाम की जय। તમને પણ ઉતાવળ છે, મને પણ ઉતાવળ છે, એટલે થોડી હું જે વાતો કરીશ સૂચનાત્મક વાતો કરીશ. અમર દાડમ સુવર્ણ જયંતિ મહોત્સવ પૂજપદ નેમી મહારાજશ્રીએ આ સંપ્રદાયને એના વિકાસ માટે, અનુયાયીના આધ્યાત્મિક કલ્યાણ માટે એટલી બધી ભેટ આપી છે આપણે બધાને. એમાંની એક ભેટ એટલે અમર દાડમ. અમર દાડમ તો પરમ ગુરુના આશીર્વાદથી અમર થયેલી છે, પરંતુ એને જન જન સુધી પહોંચાડવાનું કાર્ય આ સંદેશના રૂપમાં, પરમ ગુરુના પ્રતાપના રૂપમાં એ નેમી મહારાજશ્રીએ કરેલું. અને એમના જીવનના અનેક કાર્યોમાં અમર દાડમ એ પૂજપાદ નેમી મહારાજના જીવનનું છેલ્લું કાર્ય. કદાચ એ રહ્યા હોત તો આવી બીજી કેટલીય ભેટ આપણને આપત. આપણા ખ્યાલમાં નથી, એમના ખ્યાલમાં હોય. એટલે સંવત 2026 ફાગણ સુદ પૂર્ણિમા પંચવાર્ષિક સંમેલન દ્વારા, પંચવાર્ષિક સંમેલનનું આયોજન અહીંયા વખતે વ્યવસ્થા નહોતી એટલે અમર દાડમ મેનપુરા ખાતે કર્યું હતું. અને ત્યાંથી અહીં આવી અને પ્રગટ કૈવલ મંત્ર મંદિર નેમી મહારાજે બિલકુલ અમર દાડમની બાજુમાં સ્થાપિત કર્યું, જેમાં 9,68,00,000 જેટલા કૈવલ મંત્ર અંદર પધરાવેલા છે 50 વર્ષ પહેલા. ત્યાર પછી આ મંદિર આપણે 2004માં પ્રતિષ્ઠા કરી, મોટું મંદિર બનાવીને. હવે જેમ તમે સામે જુઓ છો કે ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીઝ પાછળ પણ એક છે. ધીમે ધીમે આ વિસ્તાર ઔદ્યોગિક જાહેર થયો છે, એટલે આપણે આપણા તીર્થની સુરક્ષા બહુ મહત્વની બની ગઈ. અને એટલે ભૂમિદાનનો એક પ્રોજેક્ટ બનાવ્યો. તમે જે જગ્યામાં બેઠા છો ભૂમિપૂજન માટે, એ જગ્યા આપણે અમર દાડમ તીર્થને સમર્પિત કરી દીધી છે 4 દિવસ પહેલા. આની દસ્તાવેજ રજીસ્ટ્રેશન થઈ ગયું. પરમ ગુરુની કૃપાથી અને મારા વિશેષ કરીને જયેશભાઈની ખૂબ દોડાદોડી, અને જયેશભાઈ જોડે પેલા બીજા ભાઈ, હા, કમસે કમ 10 વખત સાયા છે જમીનના કિસ્સામાં. એ બધાનો સહયોગ. અને આ પ્રોજેક્ટમાં આપણને ઘણા બધા દાતાઓ ઘણું દાન આપ્યું છે. જોકે અમારા મહાપૂજામાં 2-3 ભાઈઓ મારી પાસે આવ્યા, મને કે મારું નામ નથી, એક તો મારા વિક્રમભાઈ કે જેમનો દર વર્ષે ગુરુગાદીમાં અન્નકૂટ એમના તરફથી હોય છે 1.25 લાખ રૂપિયા દ્વારા. એમનો વ્યવસાય ચિત્તોડ પ્રતાપગઢ, ચિત્તોડગઢ, નહીમાડા અને વાંસવાડા છે. નહીમાડાથી દર પૂર્ણિમાએ બાય કાર ગુરુગાદીએ દર્શન કરવા માટે આવતા હોય છે. અને આપણે જ્યારે પણ કે મંદિરમાં માર્બલ જોઈએ આવે એટલે આપણે એમને જ ફોન કરવાનો, એ ગાડી ભરીને મોકલી દે. એવી મોટી એમની સેવા છે. પણ મને મળવા એક મારું નામ નથી કે આ બધું કોમ્પ્યુટર સિસ્ટમ થઈ ગઈ ને, કોમ્પ્યુટરમાં જેની પહોંચ બની હોય એની ચિઠ્ઠી નીકળે. એટલે એમને ચેક જમા નથી થયો એટલે રહી ગયા. એવું એક અમારા ધીરુભાઈ હઠીપુરા, એ પણ મને આવીને મળ્યા કે મારું નામ પાટલામ નથી. મેં ભાઈ પેમેન્ટ નથી થયું એટલે પાટલામ નામ ના આવ્યું. એવું અમારા રાજેશભાઈ, એમની પણ ઘણી મોટી સેવા હોય છે. એકલા હાથે એમણે ગુરુ મહિમા પારાયણ ગોધરામાં કરાવ્યું. અને જીતપુરા પારાયણમાં સૌથી મોટી એ વખતે એમણે ફાળો નોંધાયો. મને આ મારું નામ નથી. આ બધાના પૈસા નથી આપવાના એવું નથી, પણ હું એટલી બધી ધમાલમાં એટલો બધો રોકાયેલો હોઉં એટલે ઘણી વખત મારા ધ્યાનમાં ના આવે વાત. અને હું ઓળખતો હોઉં કે કોનું કોનું શું પ્રદાન છે. એ પેલા બધા કોમ્પ્યુટર વાળા ના ઓળખતા હોય, એ તો ચિઠ્ઠીના ચાકર. એટલે એવું અમારું જે મોટું ડોનેશન, દાખલા તરીકે 2 દાતા રજત તુલાના, એમણે જાહેરાત કરી 38 લાખ રૂપિયાની, પણ હજુ પેમેન્ટ નથી થયું એટલે એમનું પણ નામ ના નીકળ્યું. મને ફોન આવ્યો કે મહેશભાઈનો છે કે અમેરિકાથી, એમણે રજત તુલા કરાવી છે. મને કહે છે કશું દેખાતું નથી. મેં કહ્યું હું તપાસ કરું શું છે એ. એટલે એવા 2, 3, 4 નામ જે મુખ્ય રહી ગયા. પણ હવે બધા ધ્યાન રાખજો. હવે 2-3 વાતો તમને ખાસ કહેવી છે એટલે બેસાડ્યા છે. એક તો જેમને આ પૂજામાં પાટલા આપ્યા છે એ તમારે પ્રસાદીમાં લઈ જવાના છે. મળે એમાં તો તમે તાલી પાડવાના છે. પ્રસાદી મળે એમ, વસ્તુ નહીં, પ્રસાદી. બધી જગ્યાએ જ્યાં પણ પૂજા થઈ ત્યાં આપણે પૂજાના પાત્રો જે આપ્યા છે એ બધા સામાન્ય પાત્રો આપ્યા છે. પણ અહીંયા તમને બધાને પૂજાના પાત્રો 3 આપ્યા છે, વિશેષ પાત્ર આપ્યા છે, બહુ સારી ક્વોલિટીના. કારણ કે અમરદાડામાં તમે પૂજા કરવા બેઠા છો એટલે એક સેટ ભાઈ આપણા મંદિરમાં મૂકી દેજો, અહીંથી લઈને બદલવાનો થયો છે. તરભાણું સરસ છે, તમે જોશો એની સાથે ક્વોલિટી ખ્યાલ આવી જશે. આચમની પણ મોલ્ડેડ છે, પતરાની પ્રેસ કરેલી નથી. 50 ગ્રામની તો આચમની છે, તાંબાની. એવું સરસ પંચપાત્ર પણ છે કે આપણે એમને કે પરમગુરુ પ્રગટ ભૂમિમાં જ્યારે બાલકુવેરમાં મહાપૂજા કરાઈ હતી ત્યારે પણ આપણે પાટલા આપ્યા હતા. હજુ બધાના ત્યાં છે સંગ્રહાયેલા. આ વખત અમે જરા કલર ચેન્જ કરવાનો વિચાર કર્યો કે પાછા ભેગા થઈ જાય ખબર પડે ને. ઘરમાં તમે સૂચના કરતા હો ને અમર ડાળમવાળો પાટલો લાવો એમ. પણ આ કલર બધાને બહુ પસંદ કર્યો. કાલે મૂકતા હતા ત્યાંથી બધા સ્વયંસેવક હતા કે આ વખત પાટલો બહુ સરસ છે. પણ જે પૂજામાં નથી બેઠા એમ પસ્તાશો નહીં, હું તમને પણ આપીશું. પણ પૂજામાં બેસશો તો અમરદાડમના આમ તો ઘણા બધા દાન આવ્યા છે આપણી પાસે. મેં કહ્યું તેમ મોટા દાન 3 રજત તુલાના છે, 38 લાખના. અહીંયા આપણે જેમ રણભૂર ખાતે હોસ્પિટલ, સત્કાલ હોસ્પિટલનું સેટેલાઇટ યુનિટ બનાવ્યું છે એવું યુનિટ આપણે અહીં બનાવવાના છીએ. અને એને માટે પણ એક મોટી દાનની ઓફર આવી છે. ડિસ્કશનમાં અટક્યું છે થોડું. દાતા કદાચ અહીંયા આવ્યા સાંભળતા હોય તો એમણે 51 લાખની ઓફર આપી છે. આપણે 75 લાખની ઓફર સ્વીકારવાનું વિચાર્યું છે કે એવું એક યુનિટ અહીંયા ઊભું થશે. એની સાથે બીજું ઘણું બધું. સત્સંગ હોલ પણ મોટો બનાવીશું આપણે. હજુ પણ આપણે વિશેષ જમીન, તમે જે કાર પાર્ક કરી છે પેલી બાજુ, કોણે કાર પેલી બાજુ પાર્ક કર્યા કોઈ ખબર છે? હા, એ 20 વીઘા જમીન આપણે પરમગુના અમરદાડમ તીર્થમાં સમર્પિત કરી છે લાવીને. પરમ ગુરુને સમર્પણ કરવાનું આપણું શું છે? હજુ પણ આપણે આ પ્રોજેક્ટ આગળ વધારવાનો છે, કારણ કે જમીન તો આપણીમાં પૂરતી છે, પણ છતાં આજુબાજુ આપણે એવું મોટું કેમ્પસ બનાવવું છે કે આપણને અહીંયા આવનારા ઉદ્યોગનું પ્રદૂષણ આપણા તીર્થને ના નડે અને આવનાર ભક્તજનોને શાંતિ લાગે. ન તો ચારેય બાજુ કારખાનો ધુમાડા વાંકતા હોય ને કેવો ટ્રાફિક હોય ને અહીંયા આપણે અહીંયા આવીને અમરડાળામાં અષ્ટક બોલીએ તો ના આપણા મનને શાંતિ મળે ના કશું નહીં. એટલે આપણો કેમ્પસ એવું રળિયામણો હોવો જોઈએ કે અહીં આવતા જ આપણું મન પ્રસન્ન થાય અને આપણને પરમ ગુરુની પૂર્ણ રૂપે કૃપાને અનુભૂતિ થાય. એટલે આ પ્રોજેક્ટ હજુ લાંબો ચાલશે ભૂમિદાનનો. હવે આજે તો સુવર્ણ જયંતિ મહોત્સવ પ્રસંગે આપણે બધા મહાપૂજામાં બેઠા, પણ મેં સંકલ્પ કર્યો છે કે આ પ્રકારનું મહાપૂજાનું આયોજન દર ફાગણ સુદ પૂર્ણિમાએ 5 વર્ષ સુધી કરવું. એટલે તમારે પણ ફરી બેસવું હોય તો બેસી શકાય. બીજા જે કે નવા દાતાઓ ભૂમિદાનમાં આવશે એમને પણ આ લાભ મળશે. ક્યાંક આપણો પ્રોજેક્ટ બહુ મોટો છે. અમે નક્કી કર્યું છે ગુરુ મહારાજના તીર્થમાં 15 કરોડ રૂપિયા ખર્ચવા, એવી આપણી ધારણા છે. એટલે એને પહોંચવા માટે હમણાં જ અમારા ગામમાંથી આવ્યા કાંતિભાઈ, અમારા શ્રેષ્ઠી સારસાનગરના, ખૂબ સેવા ગુરુગાદીમાં દર્શન કરાવ્યા અને જાહેરાત કરતા ગયા કે મારા 50,000 અમરડાળામાં ભૂમિદાનમાં લખી લેજો. મેં કહ્યું સરસ. હે એમના ઇન્દિરાબેનના ધર્મપત્નીના નામે એમણે જાહેરાત આપી છે, કરી છે. હવે બીજી મુદ્દાની બહુ વધારે તમને નહીં બેસાડું, એકદમ ફટફટ કામ પતાવી દઈશ. એક વાત એવી હમણાં ધ્યાનમાં આવી, 2 વાતો. એક અમારા વાંકલમાં જયેશભાઈ ચૌધરી છે, એમનો ફોન આવ્યો કે એક બાજુના ગામમાં 2-4 મોટર બાઇક વાળા ગયા આપણા અનુયાયીનું ઘર ઓળખવું સહેલું છે ને, બાને સતકલ સાહેબ લખેલું જ હોય, એવા લોકોને ત્યાં ગયા અને એમણે કહ્યું કે ગુરુગાદી સારસાપુરીમાં મોટો ભંડારો છે અને એનો ફાળો કરવા અમને મોકલ્યા છે. હવે ભક્તોને આમ તો ખબર છે, જે જાગૃત છે કે ભાઈ ગુરુગાદીમાંથી આવો ફાળો કરવા માટે કોઈને મોકલવામાં આવતા જ નથી, પણ છતાંય કોઈક પણ એમનું સદનસીબ કે દુર્ભાગ્ય કે 2 ઘરે કે 3 ઘરે તો 100 રૂપિયા મળ્યા, પણ ચોથા ઘરે ગયા જો આપણું જાગૃત ઘર હતું કે ભાઈ સારસાથી આવું કોઈ આવતું નહીં, લાવો મને જરા ચકાસણી કરવા દો. એટલે બારણેથી જ ભાગ્યા. એટલે તમામ અનુયાયીને મેસેજ આપવાનો છે, કોઈ અમે ગમે ત્યાં મંદિર બનાવીએ છીએ એના ફાળા માટે આવ્યા છે ને તો એ ગુરુગાદીની જ્યાં સુધી પરવાનગી ના હોય ત્યાં સુધી અમને હાથ નહીં મૂકવા દેવો, એટલું ધ્યાન રાખવું. હા, તમે વ્યક્તિગત ઓળખતા હોય કે તમારા ગામની પાડોશમાં મંદિર બનતું અને તમે વ્યક્તિગત ઓળખો છો એમને, તો તમે દાન આપો એ વાત બરાબર છે, પણ અજાણ્યા કોઈ વ્યક્તિ સાથે આવો વ્યવહાર નહીં કરવો. બીજી વાત એવી આવી છે કે બાવાના વેશમાં ખડિયા પલટન રખડતી હોય છે, કપાળમાં હળદર મારેલી હોય, ભગવા કપડા પહેરેલા હોય, 2-4 જણા હોય. હવે આપણું નામ તો બધા જાણતા હોય અને અમે પેલું બોર્ડ વાંચે સતકલ સાહેબ અડિંગા લાગે, અરે હમ તો અવિચલ દાસ जी महाराज को जानते हैं, वो तो अखिल भारतीय समिति का अध्यक्ष हैं, हम तो वहाँ जाते हैं आते हैं. એટલે આ અનુયાયી જેને ભીખ પણ ના આપવાની હોય એને ઘરમાં બેસાડીને ચા પાણી નાસ્તો કરાવે. પછી અમારા સંત સમિતિના સભ્યો કોઈ દાડો ભીખ માગતા જ ના હોય. પહેલી વાત તો સમજો. આપણે મંદિરમાં જ હું અમેરિકા હતો અને અમારા એક ભાઈ હતા મૂર્ખ શંકર, તો એક સાધુ આવ્યો તો 3 દાડા રાખ્યો. એને એટલું જ કે હું અવિચલ દાદી મારાનો મિત્ર છું. રૂમમાં જમવાનું ઠાઠ માઠ. પછી હું આવ્યો એટલે મને કહ્યું કે તમારા કોઈ મિત્ર આવ્યા હતા, નામ બતાવ્યું. મેં કહું શોમાં આવ્યો હતા? કે રિક્ષા લઈને આવ્યો હતો. મેં કહું મારો મિત્ર હોય ને રિક્ષા લઈને આવ્યો હોય મારો મિત્ર મારા લેવલનો હોય અને એને એવો ટાઈમ જ ના હોય 3 દાડા પડી રહે ત્યાં. અને મને ફોન કર્યા આવે તમારી એટલી બુદ્ધિ ના ચાલે કે ભાઈ આજે એમ કે હું ગુરુજીનો મિત્ર છું અને રિક્ષામાં ભાડાની આવ્યો છું. એટલે તમને બધાને આ ખાસ સંદેશ કે કોઈ પણ બાવો સાધુ આવો માંગતો રખડતો આવે અને मैं जानता हूं, मैं ओळखता हूं, मेरे तो मित्र है, તો તમારે એનાથી ઓગળવું નહીં. તમારી ગુરુ ભક્તિ જો બાપજીનો ઓળખીતો છે તો આપણે સ્વાગત કરવું જોઈએ એવો તમારો ભાવ સાચો છે, પણ એ તમારા ભાવનો દુરુપયોગ કરે, સમજી લો. એટલે આવા ઠગ લોકો હોય આ બધું કરે. એટલે આ 2 વાતોની મારી સૂચના તમને આપવી હતી. અમરદાળમ આપણે સાધુ દીક્ષા સુવર્ણ જયંતિ મહોત્સવ નિમિત્તે પરમગુરુ મહાપૂજાનું આયોજન જ્યાં તો કરતા હતા. હવે ઘણી બધી જગ્યાએ પરમગુરુ મહાપૂજનનું આયોજન રહી ગયું છે. એ બધી જગ્યાએ હવે અમરદાળમ તીર્થ સેવા નિમિત્તે પરમગુરુ મહાપૂજનના પ્રોગ્રામો થશે. માધવ પ્રિયદાસજી વગેરે વિજયભાઈ, હવે જે કંઈ પરમગુરુ મહાપૂજાના બાકીના જે ગામોમાં જે વિભાગમાં બાકી છે એ બધાએ તારીખો લઈ જવી અને આ પ્રોજેક્ટ આપણો બીજા 4 વર્ષ ચાલવાનો છે. નિમિત્ત હવે સાધુ દીક્ષા સુવર્ણ જયંતિ મહોત્સવ નહીં, પેલા કોણ આવે જોત ખરા, કોઈ બોલતા જ નહીં લ્યા. પરંતુ અમરદાડમ વિકાસ સેવા અથવા અમરદાડમ સેવા નિમિત્તે આપણે આ પરમગુરુ મહાપૂજાના આયોજન ગામે ગામ ચાલુ રાખીશું. અથવા ગામે ગામ ન કરો તો દર ફાગણ સુદ પૂર્ણિમાએ આપણે બીજા 4 વખત આ પરમગુરુ મહાપૂજાનું આયોજન અહીંયા કરવાના છીએ. કારણ કે જે લોકો હજુ અમરદાડમ સેવામાં બાકી છે એ બધા જ આમાં સેવામાં આવશે. પણ હવે થોડો સુધારો કરું છું. 11 ચોરસ ફૂટ નહીં, પણ ભૂમિપૂજનમાં અરે પરમગુરુ મહાપૂજામાં બેસવા માટે એમને 15 ચોરસ ફૂટ ભૂમિદાન કરવું પડશે. ભાવ વધવાના. 4 વર્ષ સુધી આ પ્રોજેક્ટ રાખ્યો છે આપણે. એટલે બસ આટલી જ વાત. અમરદાડમ સુવર્ણ જયંતિ મહોત્સવ નિમિત્તે ખરેખર જે કાર્યક્રમનું આયોજન થયું, આ વિભાગના સ્વયંસેવકોએ આખો કાર્યક્રમ ઉપાડી લીધો. અમારી ધારણા હતી કે 50-51 દિવસમાં 100-100ના એવરેજ લેખે 5000 જેટલા લોકો અમરદાડમ અષ્ટક પાઠમાં જોડાશે, પણ એ આંકડો 10,000 કરતાં પણ વધી ગયો. એ તમારા બધાની ભાવનાનો વિષય છે. અને જે સેવા જે લોકોએ કરી છે એમાં વિશેષ કરીને અમારી રસોડાની ટીમને હું વધારે ધન્યવાદ આપું છું. કારણ કે એ કામ બહુ અઘરું છે. બનાવવાનું, વાસણ ધોવાના, સાફ કરવાના, મૂકવાના. અને જે ભાઈઓ અહીંયા રોકાયા એમણે બધા લોકોને ચા નાસ્તાની વ્યવસ્થા કરવાની, જમવાની વ્યવસ્થા કરવાની. મોટા ભાગના તો લગભગ 51 દિવસ પૂરા આવીને બેઠા છે આ સેવામાં. એટલે રસોડા વિભાગ જ મુખ્ય મહત્વની સેવા હતી આપણી. આવનાર લોકોને જમાડવા, ચા નાસ્તાની વ્યવસ્થા કરવી ને રસોડાની વ્યવસ્થા કરવાની. એટલે એ સ્વયંસેવકો, એ સિવાય પણ અરસપરસ અલગ અલગ દિવસે ઘણા બધા સ્વયંસેવકો આવ્યા છે. એ બધાની સેવાને પણ હું બિરદાવું છું. અને બીજી વાત સૂચનાત્મક, તમને જે પાટલા આપ્યા છે એ પાટલાની પાછળ અમે એક નંબર માર્યો છે. પાછળ, નીચે, ઉપરની વાત નથી કરતો. એટલા માટે કે બધાને સરખા પાટલા છે. એટલે કોઈ કોઈનો બદલાઈ ના જાય કે કોઈ ક્યાં મારો છે ને કોઈ ક્યાં મારો છે. તમે તમારો નંબર યાદ રાખી લેજો કે તમારી પાસે આ નંબરનો પાટલો છે. જોઈ લેજો ઊંચા કહીને છે પાછળ નંબર. હે, આ જેના ઉપર લખેલો છે એમને નથી, પણ જેમને જે આ જે અંદર ધજાની અંદર બેઠા છે એમને નથી. ભાલ તિલક નિશાનની અંદર જે બેઠા છે એમને નથી. પણ એ બહાર જે લોકો બેઠા છે એ બધાના પાટલાના ઉપર નંબર છે, એટલે તમારો પાટલો બદલાય નહીં. બસ આટલી જ વાત. હવે જેમને આવવું હોય પહેલા આપણા અહીંયા બેઠા છે. હા હા હા.
સત્યલ સાહેબ, હવે આપણે ઉપાસના કરીએ તે પહેલા અમુક અનાઉન્સમેન્ટ કે જેમ આપણે જાણીએ છીએ કે ઇલિનોયમાં સ્ટે એટ હોમ ઓર્ડર છે, તો મંદિર એપ્રિલ 8 લગીને બંધ રહેશે અને ત્યાં લગીને મંદિરની બધી એક્ટિવિટીઝ, સભા, હોલ રેન્ટલ્સ ને બધું બી બંધ રહેશે. અને પછી જેમ જેમ ઓર્ડર્સ આવે લોકલ ગવર્મેન્ટ્સના એ રીતે આપણે આગળ વધીશું. અને આવી રીતે ત્યાં લગીને આપણે ઓનલાઈન સભાસ ને સત્સંગ કરતા રહીશું ફોર લાઈક ઓલ એજીસ, નાના કિડ્સ થી લઈને મોટાઓ લગીને. નેક્સ્ટ વીકે બી આવું સેમ સ્કેડ્યુલ રહેશે. And then one last thing, please, but like stay informed properly. જે ખોટા વોટ્સએપ ઉપર ફેક ન્યૂઝ આવે એને નહીં માનવાના આપણે, અને શાંતિથી જે આપણે કરવાનું હોય ફોલો ગવર્મેન્ટના રૂલ્સ ને એ આપણે કરીશું. તો હવે ઉપાસના કરીશું. સત્કેલ સાહેબ.
Yes.
उपासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी जप तप तीरथ व्रत वेदोगत साधन सिद्ध अभ्यासी सुरत दुरत धरि लगन लगावे तीन लोक पद पासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी दश अवतार धरे धरणी पर प्रेम ही अमल जमासी नाम रहे उतर न पावे अंत काल गए नासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी पृथ्वी तेज पवन नभ पाणी अति परलंक विलासी चौदह लोक है उनकी भीतर उनकी है झूठी आसी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी हाड़ मास रग लोहन चर्म ये सिन देह हमासी सोहंग साहिब नाम हमेरा निज कैवल पदवासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर देवा जेने सृष्टि प्रकाशी महामाया का एक दिवस में अनेक पैमल झांसी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी बीते कल्प रहे शक्ति गण ज्योत में जाई मिलासी ये से कल्प रहे सत ज्योति ब्रह्म में जाई मिलासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी ब्रह्मचिदानंद आनंद सिंधु जिनु कैवल परकासी उठत ईच सृष्टि सब फोरत समता सकल समासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी आदौ अंश अंश हम जाके अवध काल नहीं खासी निज घर सुरत जाई मम लागी आन्य देवते उदासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी हे कैवल सदोदित पूरण निरालंब निरासी कायम सोई कुबेर कहे मम आद्य पुरुष अविनाशी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी गति अगम अगाध लखासी हो संतो मैं अविनाशी उपासी संध्या समरण आरती भजन भरोसे दास मनसा वाचा कर्मणा कर गुरु चरण निवास गुरु की कीजे बंदगी कोटि कोटि प्रणाम कीर्तन जानत भृंग तू सोई कले आप समान गुरु मूरत मुख चंद्रमा सेवक नेत्र चतुर अष्टपहर निरखत रहे सोई गुरु मूरत कियो चार चीन हरि भक्त के प्रगट देखावन दे दया क्षमा और दीनता पर दुख तू हर ले धनवंता जुग में गणा रूप रंग मन मोह कहे कुबेर ने गणा मन मेरु की को मन मेरु जब ही मिले आत्म तत्व विचार तन मन सौंपी दीजिए बाके शरण मोजा तन मन सौंपी शीश तू प्रभु सदा लोरी कहे कुबेर अंतर नहीं जैसे जड़ माही ज्ञान मीन काम छको संग करे जन को कहे कुबेरा को बुद्धि को समझे नहीं, कथे बादलू ज्ञान, अड़ तो चढ़े ना अंगने, कुएर तक्र निपान, सूरि नर मुनि जन देवता, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश, कहे कुबेर को लोकल्यो, जेठी तक्र आवेश, खटनव में दशाष्टल्यो, चारु वेद चरास, व्यास वलोवण चासनु, पीवत जगत उपास, रामचंद्र वसिष्ठ को, करता पण गुरु की, 14 लोक भागे घड़े, गुरु आगे आगे, कहो वशिष्ठ क्या दिया, करता को उपदेश, ये अंधे सासरवने, सुनो कहूँ संदेश, पिता मुंद शिर गर्भ के, जो न लहे जन को, कहे राजा के रंग कही, करा अजाया दो, ऐसे कैवल अंश के, जीव ईश्वर अवतार, कहे कुबेर सतगुरु बिना, कोई लहत नहीं पार, 14 तबक जिनु शिरा पर, और 14 उपचार, मध्य महल कैवल कुल, सुगढ़ सभोम सदा, हे कैवल तुद खावन, अखिल जीवन कीरता, कहे कुबेर दर्शावहु, जो जन होय हमार। पहली आरती प्रेम हुलासा, अनंत कोटि जाकरत विलासा, आरती करत निगम हरिदासा, हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा, दूसरी आरती दिरग मूरत की, देव सकल दिव्य मंगल मूरत की, आरती करत निगम हरिदासा, हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा, तीसरी आरती सकल सुमत की, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर पट की, आरती करत साध्य कर करन दुरस की आरती करत निगम हरिदास हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा षष्ठमी आरती सगुण मूरत की मच्छ कच्छ नाग्र वैराह सम्मत की आरती करत निगम हरिदास हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा सप्तमी आरती सरल शक्त की व्यापक वित्त चर अचर जप की आरती करत निगम हरिदास हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा अष्टमी आरती अंजन आरती परम पुरुष विकास रस की आरती करत निगम हरिदास हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा नवमी आरती नवनिध सिद्ध की सकल सुष्ट रग पूरित सनिध की आरती करत निगम हरिदास हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा दशमी आरती आद्य पुरुष की चेत सेवक पति परम उरस की आरती करत निगम हरिदास हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा जाहि परंतु अंतु नहीं कोटि का निज कैवल कारण बिनु उतरिका आरती करत निगम हरिदास हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा दिन के शुद्ध संकल्प संकल्प में अखिल लोक उपजाए पलक में आरती करत निगम हरिदास हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा कहे कुबेर अनेर आरत की भव उत्पन्न बलगन सारत की आरती करत निगम हरिदास हरि हरि अगम अगोचर अविगत वासा सस्वयंग सदपदंग सर्वमोक्षदायकम् अद्वैतंग अनुश्रुतंग भववितंग ईश्वरे तत्त्विताय तदपदंग साम्रताय साक्षियं मंगलाय महद्गतंग अहं नमामि गणपते देवादियंग चैतनंग यदलोकं सहितयं व्यापितंग विश्वयंग अकलिदंग अनुरणे नवगतंग अनुभवे नवार पार अन्तयं सर्वमे स्वच्छन्दनंग जय जय श्री कुबेर कैवलम् आद्य
आद्य सकृत स्वराज करुणेश कैवल करता की जय। श्री कृष्ण स्वामी महाराज की जय। परम गुरु श्रीमद करुणा सागर महाराज की जय। द्वितीय कुबेराचार्य श्री नारायणदास जी महाराज की जय। तृतीय कुबेराचार्य श्री बलदेवदास जी महाराज की जय। चतुर्थ कुबेराचार्य श्री भगवान दास जी महाराज की जय। पंचम कुबेराचार्य श्री प्रयागदास जी महाराज की जय। षष्ठम कुबेराचार्य श्री शीतलदास जी महाराज की जय। सप्तम कुबेराचार्य श्री अविचल दास जी महाराज की जय। श्री सब संतन की जय। श्री सब देवन की जय। श्री ज्ञान संप्रदाय की जय। श्री गुरु गादी सारसापुरी की जय। श्री कैवल धाम की जय। संध्या आरती पूर्णावर्ती का सत कैवल साहेब।
कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज करुणा सागर राज। कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज संतन के सुख दायक लायक नायक सजन श्रीराज। शोभा सुंदर अति अनुपम षोडश चिन्ह धरे साज। कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज करुणा सागर राज। कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज कला खटदश विभूति पूरण परम गुरु जग काज। लाए लक्ष्य अलौकिक अनुभव सुरगति नाही समाज। कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज करुणा सागर राज। कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज नवघन श्याम स्वरूप स्वामी नामी कहत दलदाज। तेज पुंज प्रकाश पावन करत रहत जन लाज। कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज करुणा सागर राज। कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज चंदन सेज जड़ित सोवर्ण पुष्प पिछोड़ी बिछाद। अत्तर अरगती लपट लगावत सुगंध केशर ताज। कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज करुणा सागर राज। कोटे सुख से श्री महाराज सेवा करन
आद्य सकृत स्वराज करुणेश कैवल करता की जय। श्री कृष्ण स्वामी महाराज की जय। परम गुरु श्रीमद करुणा सागर महाराज की जय। द्वितीय कुबेराचार्य श्री नारायणदास जी महाराज की जय। तृतीय कुबेराचार्य श्री बलदेवदास जी महाराज की जय। चतुर्थ कुबेराचार्य श्री भगवान दास जी महाराज की जय। पंचम कुबेराचार्य श्री प्रयागदास जी महाराज की जय। षष्ठम कुबेराचार्य श्री शीतलदास जी महाराज की जय। सप्तम कुबेराचार्य श्री अविचल दास जी महाराज की जय। श्री सब संतन की जय। श्री सब देवन की जय। श्री ज्ञान संप्रदाय की जय। श्री गुरु गादी सारसापुरी की जय। श्री कैवल धाम की जय। ओढ़ण आरती पूर्णावर्ती का सत कैवल साहेब।
સત કેવલ સાહેબ, અહીંયા આપણી વર્ચ્યુઅલ સભા પૂરી થાય છે. અને જે બધા આવી કે ઘરે હોય, and if you're bored, don't forget we have a lot of online satsang resources. If you go to kaival.org, ત્યાં આપણે એક સત્સંગનું પેજ બનાવ્યું છે જ્યાં બધી links મૂકી છે. So all you young people can help your grandparents and parents find that and watch stuff on YouTube. And there's a lot of other stuff too, our podcast. So do that. Hope to see everyone here again next week. Next week આપણે ફરીથી આવું કરીશું. સત કેવલ સાહેબ.